It's on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Colarulo, and coming up at 2 o'clock on Unfiltered, we'll continue to look at what went wrong in Dallas. But with a short week for the Eagles, we'll also turn our focus to what this means going forward. How do they fix that offense? What are they going to do in the secondary with all these injuries as they get ready for a big Black Friday game against the Chicago Bears? We'll also talk about the Phillies with some more rumors coming out about a potential free agent for the Phils going to the Red Sox. We'll get into it all coming up after Middays with Marks on Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Don't stand around. The curtain's coming down. Boy, this is good. So good, I'm all over it. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
That's Birds coach Nick's pick.
Coach Sirianni.
Boy, I guess.
Follow that bear.
Jeeps, compasses, the all-new Cherokee, even Grand Cherokee.
Zero down. You're driving around Philly town.
Zero down.
Row after row. Ready to go.
Every vehicle Barbera's got helps support Toys for Tots.
ToysForTots.org. We're ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen.
With prices so low and available.
Zero down. You're driving around Philly town.
Jeeps. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera. Boy, I guess.
Hello.
Zero down.
One more time for the money, honey. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
Barbera! Every vehicle Barbera's got. Jeeps. Helps support Toys for Tots.
Oh, mama. Row after row. Ready to go.
Compasses, the all-new Cherokee, even Grand Cherokee. Zero down.
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best?
Boy, I guess. Go Birds!
Hey guys, it's John Kincade for Benari Jewelers, and I can tell you I just talked to Santa Claus. I text him all the time. And he says the Benari showcases are filled right now with gifts for every single price range. Because I know what you're thinking. Benari Jewelers in Exton and Newtown Square and online at BenariJewelers.com. That's some really nice stuff. I don't know that I'm going to be able to afford that. You can. Benari has pieces that are going to fit every part of her life. So if she wants something that she can just wear casually every day, maybe going to work or otherwise, that's awesome. If she wants something dressier for a date night out or the big events, well, they've got that too. Every price range is covered, and that yellow box is going to make you the absolute winner on Christmas Day. Look, get her a gift she really wants, and more importantly, one that she deserves. Something that sparkles. I promise you, the vacuum cleaner or the kitchen appliance, that's not what she wants. She wants a gift from Benari, Exton, or Newtown Square. Check them out online, too, before you go at BenariJewelers.com. And tell them John Kincade sent you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One question I'm always asked is, how did you become the largest injury firm in the world with over 1,000 attorneys and $25 billion in verdicts and settlements? One way was our financial strength. Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. To prosecute a typical case costs up to $250,000 in case cost. We advanced them all. Product liability cases can have similar costs with an army of lawyers on the other side. Automobile insurance companies have the resources to fight. Guess what? So do we. Many law firms simply may not have the financial firepower to work up your case the way you deserve. And we don't charge by the hour. No recovery, no fee. If you have a question about your case or wish to become a client, go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer. 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Guys, this is Philly. We're built different. This is Dr. Avidan Appel from Iron Mountain Men's Health. If you're dealing with erectile dysfunction or low testosterone, don't ignore it. We've helped thousands of men in Philly, especially when other treatments didn't cut it. This is a city that shows up on game day. So why shouldn't you show up for yourself? In the boardroom, the bedroom, or the tailgate, we've got you covered. Yo, Philly, what are your bronouns? Visit IronMountainMen'sHealth.com. Go Birds, go you.
WBEN and WPEN HD1 Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. Broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studios. Powering possibilities. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. Unfiltered. Ricky Bo. Bill Colarulo. Bold. Energetic. Passionate.
Philadelphia Sports Talk. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Welcome into Unfiltered, everybody. A lot to get into, as always, today. But I want to start the show off with something that's bothering me over the last 24 hours. Because just like everybody else, I was very frustrated with the way the game went against the Cowboys. How could you not be? It was an ugly, ugly loss. And yes, the offense has not looked great over the last few weeks. This is not breaking news to anybody who's been paying attention. But what's bothering me is now people are starting to turn again on the head coach. I'm seeing a lot of chatter on social media. I'm even hearing our morning show, which we'll get to a little bit later. I got some clips of John Kincade and Andrew Salciunas I want to play. Turning on the head coach. And the question I want to throw out to start the show, has Nick Sirianni earned the benefit of the doubt? Because I consistently hear fans running to the defense of Howie Roseman. You can't say a negative word about Howie Roseman. In Howie, we trust. Everything the guy does is right, and if he makes a mistake, shut up. He's earned our trust. When does Nick Sirianni earn our trust? You're talking about a head coach that has gone to the playoffs all 4 seasons he was a head coach, and you're going to add a 5th to it this year because they're going back. They're going to win back-to-back division titles for the first time in 20-something years. He's been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. He has the 3rd highest winning percentage ever in the Super Bowl era, only behind John Madden and George Allen. He's got the highest winning percentage of any active NFL head coach. Since 2023, the Eagles have the best winning percentage in the entire NFL, including the playoffs, a 37-13 record. When does he get the benefit of the doubt? Why are all these people coming out now questioning every decision the guy makes? He doesn't want to change play callers. He's being called an idiot for it. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to do that. He's the reason the offense looks this way. When do we give him the benefit of the doubt and the same respect that we give to Howie Roseman, Ricky?
I think a lot of that's already there. I think for me, he kind of had to grow on you first. You didn't like when he first started. He had all these little mottos that you were kind of shaking your head at, and you wonder what is going on here. But for me, he's kind of grown into the position. What does he do? He wins games. He's won a Super Bowl. He's a guy that actually you could depend on the sidelines. You know, you could look at certain things that are going to happen with teams. Okay, 2023 was a disaster. He didn't handle that well. But we saw something in 2024 that he got almost the same team back on track, and they win a Super Bowl. So how in the world can you sit back and say, yeah, I don't trust in Sirianni? I think it's a hard thing to do. Look, we all know that some of his sideline stuff is just kind of you shake your head about. The one thing that you'll always see, you saw it on Sunday, every single penalty that's on the Eagles, he has something to talk about with the referees about that it's not a penalty. And I just think maybe certain things like that will jump at some people, and that will take the credibility away from him. I'm just telling you what happens.
I think
but
it's
I'm
more
going to
than
tell you even deeper. I look at this right now that I don't think Patullo's going anywhere right now because it was a Nick hire. It was on him. Do I put all the blame on Nick? No, because usually you put a guy into that position, he's going to show some promise. We haven't seen that yet. So, yes, I guess as everybody else, yeah, you got to put some pressure on Nick a little bit. But I don't look at him that way. I think he's a great coach, and I think he's done a great job here. I can't put everything on him right now.
Okay, but let's take it a step further, though. Do you have trust that Nick Sirianni is going to figure this thing out the rest of the way? Because I'm seeing there's a lot of people questioning the head coach. And you do not get that same level of questioning towards the general manager. Like, we could look at Howie Roseman and some of the decisions he's made over the years and say, yeah, you know what? That one didn't really work out. But no one questions that Howie Roseman isn't usually going to get it right, that he isn't going to make more good decisions than he makes bad ones. Why? Because Howie Roseman has built two Super Bowl champions. He's built 3 different teams that have gone to the Super Bowl. He's done it with different quarterbacks and different head coaches. I get all that. He deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Correct.
But what else does Sirianni have to do? Like, you go back to Dougie P. Dougie P wins a Super Bowl, and we can kind of look at that now and say, that was a little bit fluky. It was a little bit fluky for Doug Peterson to win that Super Bowl. Everything kind of fell in their favor. Nick Foles has this magical run. They win it. He was never able to duplicate anywhere near that level of success. Not here, not in Jacksonville. He's out of a job. Nick Sirianni has. Nick Sirianni, with different offensive coordinators, every single year has gotten the team to the playoffs. He's gotten you to the Super Bowl with 2 different offensive coordinators. He's gotten you to the Super Bowl with 2 different defensive coordinators. So at what point do we put Sirianni on the same level as Roseman, which is like, okay, yes, some of the decisions he's made haven't been right. Some of the things he does we don't necessarily agree with, but we trust that Sirianni's going to figure it out because he is a great coach. He still does not get that level of respect, and it goes a lot further than just people don't like his sideline demeanor. He still gets questioned. What does he do? He doesn't call plays. He doesn't call the defensive plays. He's just a cheerleader. It's the talent. And the moment things went south, all the people who hated on him last year and wanted him fired are all coming out of the woodwork again saying this is on Nick. And I do believe, as much as we could be critical of some of the decisions, how can we sit here and not give the guy the benefit of the doubt with what he has done over the course of his 4.5 seasons as head coach?
Well, you're
what else
not
does
giving
he
him
need
the
to do?
benefit. Are you giving him the benefit of the doubt, or are you not? I absolutely
Wait,
think
are you serious?
He deserves it.
After that rant, you got to ask me what I'm doing?
No, I was just saying, like, figure of speech-wise, because if you're not giving him a benefit of the doubt, you got to be out of your mind, in a sense. Okay, the guy wins games. Maybe his mottos are a little bit off sometimes. Maybe you know what's? I can tell you exactly what's happening right now for a lot of these people. They hear the main motto. What is the main motto this year? Hold on to the football. Don't turn the ball over. Win the turnover battle. All that stems into one thing, right? And then when they see the offense, who are they pointing the finger at with the offense? In all reality, who are they pointing it at?
Well, Patullo.
They're pointing it at Nick.
Well, we did the Twitter poll yesterday, and everyone said Patullo.
I think it's Nick.
Well,
if I'm talking coaching, because of the way he has formed his opinion about what this offense should be, you take away a lot of weapons. Especially if you told me, Bill, you said, Ricky, we can't turn the ball over. You know what I'm going to do as an offensive coordinator? I'm going to be passive.
All right, but let me ask you
I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm going to be passive.
But once again, asking whether or not he's earned the benefit of the doubt. The Eagles are 40-2.
They win.
They're 40-2 when they win the turnover battle. So why do we now push back against what Sirianni's mentality is? It works. Because it has worked consistently.
Because they want to see better football from their offense. Why? Because Howie paid all these guys on offense that are big-time stars. Let's face it. You're going to look at me straight in the face and say A.J. Brown shouldn't be a big-time star? Or Devontae Smith shouldn't be a big-time star? Dallas Goedert shouldn't be a big-time star? Okay? I could go through the whole offense if you want me to.
Yeah, the offense should be better.
Then that's the problem we're talking about. You know what? How about this? The defense has had a problem early this year at times, especially at one position. They haven't been their best until they finally hit, week 9 against the Packers. Then things started week 8 against the Packers. That's when things started looking up a little bit for the defense. Why? Because everybody gave the benefit of the doubt to who? Vic Fangio. Why? Because of what he did last year.
But yet Sirianni does not get that same level of respect. He doesn't. He does not get the same level of respect that Howie gets. He certainly doesn't get the same level of respect that Vic Fangio gets. And that's really the question I want to find out from our listeners today.
Well,
Why don't they give him that level of respect?
I want you to look at it like this. When Vic Fangio came here, he was given a warped piece of wood, and he made it a beautiful piece of furniture. Nick Sirianni's been given a golden platter on offense. And you know what he did? He's melted it down.
I can't disagree with you more.
I don't care if you disagree with me or not.
I'm going to disagree with you. You're now saying that he's melted it down. They've been to the Super Bowl 2 of the last 3 years. What the hell are you talking about?
They won the Super Bowl last year.
They won the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. So
I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about last year.
And my question is, why can't we give him the benefit of the doubt? It's been 11 games that he will figure it out because people are furious after his answer yesterday. Let me play this for you.
Really? I still think this team is going to the NFC Championship, which was exactly what I said early on in the year.
Which means you are giving him the benefit of the doubt. But people are upset because yesterday when Sirianni was asked if he has considered making a change at play caller, here was his response.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I think we always are looking for answers. As coaches, we're always looking for answers, and we're never into assigning blame. It's just looking for answers. And I think what sometimes can happen is it's like, it's just this. Well, it's not just that. And it's every piece of the puzzle, coaching, playing, execution, scheme, everything. We got to be better in all of those aspects. And so yesterday, I thought Kevin did a good job of calling it. Obviously he's going to want plays back, just like every player and myself. We all want plays back.
All right, so people are upset at that response. And our morning show this morning, we're losing their mind. I want to play John Kincade and Andrew Salciunas coming up. Because let's be honest, they've never been big fans of Nick Sirianni. This is where the whole moniker that I was related to Sirianni came from because I defended him coming into last season when everybody else wanted him long gone. So they had a lot of things to say, like people on social media, about some of the decisions Sirianni has made. I want to play that coming up, Ricky. And I also want to hear from our listeners. Why doesn't Nick Sirianni get the same benefit of the doubt, the same respect that a Howie Roseman gets, that a Vic Fangio gets? What else does the guy need to do for us to take a step back and say, you know what? We believe Nick will figure it out. I want to hear from you. Hit us up on the text board. Send your voice memos in, 610-632-0975. But coming up, what did John Kincade and Andrew Salciunas have to say this morning? Because this is exactly what I'm talking about with not giving your head coach the benefit of the doubt. Big show today, Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports, Philadelphia.
Kincade and Salciunas.
What's up, guys? Andrew Salciunas here, my man John Kincade. Join us tomorrow morning for another day of Kincade and Salciunas, another day closer to the Birds who take on the Bears on Friday, Johnny.
Now I got a carbo load tomorrow for the Turkey Trot Thursday, but I know that Adam Schefter will be with us, and Andrew Pacheco for a couple hours. That's a feast in and of itself.
Talk to you tomorrow morning, starting at 6 here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Today's talk show.
Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
One day only Thanksgiving Day deals are coming to Lowe's.com. Plus, members get early access to online Black Friday doorbuster deals on gifting favorites, like the still trending Cobalt Mini Toolbox for just $14.98. Don't miss up to 50% off for one day only at Lowe's.com. We help, you save. Valid 11/27 only on Lowe's.com. Member only doorbusters and midnight Eastern. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change while supplies last.
Be here when Flyers hockey comes home for the holidays with a 2-week homestand at Xfinity Mobile Arena in December. Don't miss the Flyers face off against the Buffalo Sabres on December 3rd at 7:30 p.m.
Beach pop to the slot, the shot, he scores!
Experience it here, because Flyers hockey is better live. And the only place to watch is at Xfinity Mobile Arena.
And the deflection, they score! Bobby Brink, the redirection.
Get your tickets now at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Another accident? What happened?
Our truck driver got cut off, and they're getting blamed. No witnesses, no proof, and insurance is skyrocketing.
Wait, our drivers shouldn't take the blame for this?
Exactly why we need Samsara. Their AI dashcam show real-time video proving when our drivers aren't at fault.
So we protect our drivers and avoid false claims?
Yep. Companies using Samsara have exonerated their drivers and saved millions on insurance.
Protect your drivers and your bottom line at Samsara.com. Samsara. Operate smarter.
The real and inside story on Philly sports is here. And it's powered by Lundy Law, your injury lawyers. Visit LundyLaw.com.
That's LundyLaw.com.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
This is Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo.
Unapologetic Philly sports talk. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Welcome back into Unfiltered. Had to get something off my chest to start the show about Nick Sirianni because I'm just shocked. And maybe I shouldn't say shocked. I should have expected this. That there are a lot of people already jumping ship and turning on the head coach. The guy who has been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls, brought the Eagles now, if they get there this year, which it looks like they will, 5 straight playoff appearances. And people are turning on him. And I'm asking the question, well, when does he earn the benefit of the doubt like Roseman does, like Fangio does? What else does this guy have to do to get that respect from the fan base?
I don't know. There may be a certain stigma that was placed on him right when he came here, and it's not necessarily even his fault. I think this you could take this for what it's worth, Bill. 2023 season ends in a disaster. We all remember that. How many people were calling for him to be fired at that point?
Pretty much everybody.
Okay, he comes back, he wins a Super Bowl. And now people may be having that same thought that maybe he's not doing the right things to get this team back to the Super Bowl.
They are having that same thought. And my question that I want to hear from people is, but why? Why do we keep moving the goalposts? And our man...
Maybe they just dislike him. Is that even a possibility?
Well, our man Mamba, who's a good listener of the show, he tweets at me a lot during the show. I appreciate it. Here's what he says to me during the break. He tweets and says, Bill, there's a time and a place to cry about Sirianni. This week is not that week. Wait until the next parade to do a show like this. And I told him, you're making my point for me. Really? We're going to move the goalposts again on this guy? So coming in the last season, it was he's going to get fired, he's going to get fired. He wins the Super Bowl, and now he's got to win another one? Before we can give the guy the benefit of the doubt, we got to see him win another one. He's been to 2 of 3 Super Bowls, and we're going to move the goalposts again and say, no. We're not trusting Nick until he gets to the 3rd one in the last 4 years.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen either. He's never going to. What I'm trying to tell you is most people are not going to trust him at all.
And I'm trying to find out why, Ricky Bo. Why? That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear from the texters today. Why? If you're one of the people that will not give the head coach the benefit of the doubt, why? 610-632-0975. And 2 of those people are on our damn morning show, John Kincade and Andrew Salciunas. So I'm listening this morning, and they're doing exactly what a lot of people out there are doing, which is already starting to turn on the head coach. So let's start with Johnny Kincade. So I played the clip of you earlier of Nick Sirianni saying he has not considered making a change at play caller. This was John Kincade this morning on that statement by the head coach.
If he has not even considered making a change, then Nick Sirianni is absolutely derelict of his duties as the leader of this football team.
No, I will say this.
Well, you think he's lying?
Yeah, he's not going to say at the podium.
Okay.
Yes, I've considered it.
No, wait a minute. You actually believe he's considered it? Because I don't. This is where we're going to disagree. I think he's one of those incredibly loyal guys.
Sure.
That is just going to dump, and also doesn't want to admit he's wrong. He is one of those guys that is just going to double down on, I'm going to be right, I made the right call.
Okay, so what John Kincade is basically saying in there is, one, Nick Sirianni's derelict in his duties. 2, he's so focused on being I'm right that he's willing to make decisions that hurt the football team because he's just going to be loyal to his guys and he doesn't want to admit he's wrong. This is the stuff I'm talking about. We're talking about a head coach who's been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls, and now we're saying he's derelict in his leadership duties. He's loyal to a fault. He's never going to admit that he's wrong. Really? Really? This is the guy who gave up play calling in his first season. This is the guy who has done time and time again where they've done self-scouting. We go back to the bye last year. They changed after the bye. So now what we're saying is, Sirianni, he's never going to admit he's wrong. I don't agree with that. 2, it would be absolutely dumb if Nick Sirianni has made the decision to stay with Kevin Patullo, to come out and say at a press conference, yeah, offense has been so bad, I've considered stripping play call and do this from Kevin Patullo, but I decided to keep it with him. Are you kidding me? That's what you would want him to say? You'd want him to cut the legs off of Kevin Patullo at a press conference, but then say, but we're still going to give him the thing, but yeah, I'm really questioning him. Like, what are we doing here?
Number one, that would be a stupid move on his part. Number 2, it would be just a dumb organizational move. And when you think about it, if you're going to do something, aren't you going to do it on the download first? Obviously, if you were to keep Kevin Patullo, if you're going to take some responsibility away from him, are you going to tell everybody? Are you going to tell us? No, you're not. As a matter of fact, what you're going to do is you're going to say, no, I haven't even thought about it. We're good. Thanks. All right, so you know what? Let's stop being naive. You know what? Nick Sirianni's not a dummy in the first place. What is going on here is that people don't get the answer that they wanted. So now they're not happy about it.
And it goes a step further, too. This is the other thing that bothers me. When the team does well, it's the players, it's Roseman. When the team does poorly, it's always the coaching, right? That's where everybody goes. We're doing the same thing now with the offensive coordinators. When the offensive coordinators were good, it's Howie Roseman's hire. And when they're bad, it's Nick Sirianni's hire. And Andrew Salciunas said exactly that this morning, and I've seen people on social. Listen to Chunas.
Nick Sirianni can't hire the next. It's simple.
He should never hire again, ever again.
It has just not worked.
We've had 2 of these that we're dealing with really talented clubs. It's ridiculous.
And I understand that it may sound unfair because he's the head coach and he should be able to have say on who he works with. Look, you want to pick the quarterbacks coach and the quality control coach and guys that you're working alongside with, sure. But when it comes to the big boy positions, I need Howie to be the one that makes the call.
All right, so here we go again now, right? It's always Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman hires the good coordinators. Nick Sirianni hires the bad ones. Well, let's look at the 4 coordinators who have coached the offense under Nick Sirianni. You got Kevin Patullo, Kellen Moore, Brian Johnson, and Shane Steichen. By far, the best coordinator of those 4. It's not even up for debate was Shane Steichen.
Yes.
He was by far the best coordinator they had. Do you know who hired him? Nick Sirianni hired him. Nick Sirianni had Steichen on his staff in San Diego. When Sirianni was the quarterback's coach in San Diego, his quality control coach was Shane Steichen. He brought in Steichen. But here we go again, moving the goalpost. Oh, man. Sirianni's terrible at hiring. Got to get Howie involved. When they promoted Brian Johnson to coordinator, it didn't work. But let's be honest here. It was the logical choice. You had just gone to the Super Bowl. He was the quarterback's coach for 2 years. You lost Steichen to a head coaching job. He had the relationship with Jalen Hurts. Everyone and their mother knew the logical choice was to promote Brian Johnson. It didn't work. But now we got to look at it and say Sirianni can't hire? I can't keep going down this road.
Well, it's a falsity in the first place. 3 of the guys that he's hired are now head coaches elsewhere. Doesn't that tell a story?
Yeah. Gannon, well, see, here's the thing.
Gannon, Moore, and Steichen. Everybody hated Gannon, though.
Kellen Moore is being given credit to Howie Roseman. That Howie Roseman was the one that brought in Kellen Moore.
Still, he was part of Nick's staff.
And maybe that's accurate. It appeared that way that they went outside.
Let me ask you something. 10 years down the road, when they do the Sirianni tree, Moore will be under that.
Yeah, he will. But look, when we're talking about hires, all the rumors were Howie Roseman said Kellen Moore is the one that you're hiring. Kevin Patullo was a Sirianni hire. But again, I just can't keep going down the road of
that when they're good hires, it's Roseman, and when they're bad hires, it's Sirianni. Sirianni hired the best one of them, and that was Shane Steichen. Well, look, we got a lot to get into today. I know the text board's blowing up. I want to hear, if you're one of the people who will not give the head coach the benefit of the doubt, I want to hear why. Hit us up on the text board, 610-632-0975. Remember, you can get your voices heard for We Hear You coming up at 5:25. Send your voice memos. So if you want to explain yourself, you want your voice heard, hit us up with a voice memo. Coming up, we'll introduce our Twitter poll, which is about this very thing. But Peter Schrager used to be on the NFL Network. Now he's on ESPN. He said something really interesting today about why he thinks the Eagles are running this style of offense. And a little bit of a spoiler here. He doesn't think it's the coaches. We'll get into it coming up next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports, Philadelphia.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Savannah Kelleher, and this update's brought to you by Audible. Stuck in traffic? Audible's romance collection will have you falling fast in the slow lane. Satisfy every side of you with rom-coms, romantasy, and the really steamy stuff. Listen free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. The Eagles' offensive struggles continued with 24 unanswered points in Sunday's loss. Head coach Nick Sirianni said he has not thought of any coaching changes.
No, I haven't. And I think that it's never like it's just this. Well, it's not just that. And it's every piece of the puzzle, coaching, playing, execution, scheme, everything. We got to be better in all of those aspects.
The Eagles have a short week. They host 8-3 Chicago Bears on Friday. The Flyers had their first shutout loss of the season last night, losing to the Lightning. They get the night off, and then they're at the Panthers tomorrow night. The Sixers are hosting the Orlando Magic tonight with tip-off at 8. VJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Paul George are all out. Catch tonight's game live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update was also brought to you by Groundworks, your trained and certified experts for basement waterproofing and foundation repair since 1997. Book your free inspection at groundworks.com. I'm Savannah Kelleher on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
The goals.
He scores! That beach ball. He's got goals in 3 straight games.
The saves.
Back out in front off the Flyers deck. Into the high slot. Vladar makes the save on Hayes.
The hits.
Cedar upends Blake Lazat.
The excitement.
Tibbet back middle point. Julson to Zegras in the right circle. From Tibbet, he scores! His 4th point of the game.
The Flyers. This is your radio home for the orange and black. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Don't stand around. The curtain's coming down. Boy, this is good. So good, I'm all over it. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
That's Birds coach Nick's pick.
Coach Sirianni.
Boy, I guess.
Follow that bear.
Chiefs.
Compasses.
The all-new Cherokee. Even Grand Cherokee.
0 down. You're driving around Philly town.
0 down.
Row after row. Ready to go.
Every vehicle Barbera's got helps support Toys for Tots.
ToysForTots.org. We're ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen.
With prices so low and available.
0 down. You're driving around Philly town.
Chiefs. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera.
Boy, I guess. Hello.
0 down.
One more time for the money, honey. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
Barbera. Every vehicle Barbera's got. Chiefs. Helps support Toys for Tots.
Oh, mama. Row after row. Ready to go.
Compasses. The all-new Cherokee. Even Grand Cherokee. 0 down.
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Go Birds.
This ad furnished by Nesmith Taju LLC. Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
We should do what my brother did. He went to 27cash.com and got $3,000.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is different. They're one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope. My brother said it was fast and easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan of up to $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account as soon as the next day. Our lenders have millions of dollars to lend regardless of your credit history.
Great news. I went to 27cash.com and we'll have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time.
Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the possibilities. Like possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ins 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
When it comes to your home's electrical needs, don't fumble. Make the winning play with TriPoint Electric. Like the Birds on game day, TriPoint brings certified, insured, top-rated service straight to your home or business. From generators to EV charging stations, knob and tube repairs to lighting that shines brighter than a lake on Sunday night, TriPoint treats your property like it's part of the starting lineup. Call 215-817-5030 or visit TriPointElectric.com. TriPoint Electric, the power play for safe, reliable service. Go Birds!
This is Len Lundy.
And I'm Jordan Lundy of Lundy Law. My dad and I hope we'll never meet you because of a slip and fall accident. But if we do, we're here for you.
Remember our name, Lundy Law. Your injury lawyers.
Visit LundyLaw.com.
Catch every Sixers game at Saxers in Springfield and Delco and enjoy $4 Corona family bottles all season long. Bring your crew, grab an ice-cold Corona, and cheer on the Sixers at Saxers on Saxer Avenue. Get all the details at saxerspub.com.
John Kincade, Andrew Salciunas, and Connor Thomas. They have a lot to say about Philadelphia sports. Listen to Kincade and Salciunas weekday morning 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Philadelphia's source for breaking sports news. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. Unfiltered. Ricky Bowe, Bill Colarulo, Silvana Kelleher.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Your people, your profits, and your payroll are your business's greatest priorities. For payroll you can trust, visit VCSHR.com.
All right, I've calmed down a little bit. I've calmed down.
All right, and apparently I said falsivity. It is falsity.
Nobody
It's
remembers.
falsity.
Nobody
It
remembers.
sounded right to me, honestly.
Yeah, nobody remembered that.
I get yelled at.
But I got a little heated in the beginning because I've been waiting to get on air today at 2 o'clock, listening to our morning show and scrolling social media. And you would think, based off of what the guys in the morning are saying and what some fans are saying, that Nick Sirianni and Kevin Pezzullo are just absolute morons who have no idea what they're doing. And when you look at Sirianni's track record, I'm just asking the question, well, why hasn't he earned the benefit of the doubt? Like, what else does the guy have to do for us to say, you know what? I believe in our head coach. I believe that the Philadelphia Eagles head coach, Nick Sirianni, will figure things out. Look at his track record in 4.5 seasons as the head coach. And that's going to be the subject of our Twitter poll today. But I know our text board's blowing up as well. I want to get to the text messages shortly. I still want to hear from you. People are tweeting at me. People are tweeting at me. Send it into the text board, too. Your tweets, if you comment underneath the Twitter poll, will air on the TV as well. So I'm sure they're scrolling. A lot of people are mad at me. But let's get our Twitter poll introduced. Twitter poll up, Sil?
It's up.
And Silvana's back today behind the glass. Twitter poll's always up, thanks to Dr. Avidan Appel of Iron Mountain Men's Health. All right, what do we got, Sil?
Has Sirianni earned the benefit of the doubt? Simple yes or no answer. I don't know if you may be surprised by this, but 62% said yes, 38% said no.
I am a little surprised. I'm a little surprised because you look at some of the, I guess, the vocal minority, the 38% are being the loudest here. But let's see what people are saying on the text board, Silvana, because you told me majority of the texts coming in are anti-Nick Sirianni.
Oh, yes.
So
Okay.
what do we got?
We'll start with Brady, who says the problem with Sirianni is you have to wonder, with all the talent on the roster since he's been here, any head coach could have landed here. Could have won at least one Super Bowl. The question is, could we have had more than one if it wasn't for his incompetency in 2023 and potentially this year?
See, this is why I'm getting frustrated.
No, there's something you don't understand. These fans don't forget. They don't forget one way or the other either.
Don't forget what? What about the fact that he's been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls with different coordinators?
Because they believe in the players. They don't believe in the coaching staff. That's what was just said. If you listen to the texter,
you keep telling me
exactly what was just said.
You keep telling me the conclusion without getting there. I'm trying to figure out why, though, dude. Like,
Why?
don't
Because
trust.
you have players on this team that should be Pro Bowlers, and you see the offense playing like
right now.
What?
Yes, I understand that right now. My question
well,
is.
what do you think they're reacting
my
to?
Question
they're not reacting to last year.
My question is why? I understand right now there's frustrations with the offense. You and I went over this a lot yesterday. We feel the major issue is the offensive line.
I agree with that.
So my question is, why do people feel that way about the head coach? Why do we look at Nick Sirianni, and to that texter's point, instead of looking at the 2 Super Bowls they did go to, it's, well, if he wasn't incompetent in 2023, they would have won another one. When you go back, and this brings me right to the point I'm trying to make, Howie Roseman is Teflon at this point. Nothing ever can be said about him. 2023's defense was terrible. Why was the 2023 defense terrible? Not because of Nick Sirianni. They lacked personnel. You go back and look at some of the names on that 2023 defense. They were horrible. Doesn't mean that Howie Roseman's a bad GM. He had a bad year. He did a terrible job of building that defense, and it showed. And they got desperate. They tried to make trades at the deadline to get a Kevin Byard. They brought in Shaq Leonard. They made decisions that didn't work. That's why you didn't win that Super Bowl. But now what this texter's saying is, no, that wasn't Roseman's fault. Roseman won you the Super Bowl last year. He had nothing to do with the 23. That was all Sirianni. This is what I mean. Why does the GM get the benefit, but the coach doesn't? I'm trying to find out why.
I see why you're going there, but I'm going to give you a couple examples. Sean McVay. Will he ever be liked by anybody? And he's a good coach.
I think he's liked by a lot of people.
That's
I would
false.
say he's
I
very
think that's
liked.
false.
Well liked.
Mike McDaniel.
He's called a genius.
Let's say he had a winning team. Would you like
hold
him?
on. Sean McVay.
I'm just
Sean
saying.
McVay is looked at as like an absolute genius in the
A genius, but every time the Eagles play them, you rip him apart.
I've never ripped McVay apart.
Yes, you did. Earlier in the year, you did.
What did I say about Sean McVay?
Regardless of the point, nobody likes him probably because we're in Philadelphia. But Mike McDaniel, if he was a winner down in Miami,
But
would
he's
you
not
like
a
him?
winner. He's not a winner.
But would you like him if he was a winner?
Yes. If he was a winner,
No, you would not.
If Mike
The dude's a
McDaniel,
lunatic.
Ricky, if Mike McDaniel had brought the Dolphins to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls,
So you love Bill Belichick
and won one
you
of them.
love Bill Belichick.
Belichick's the greatest coach of all time, dude.
But do you love him like as a person? And he's great.
I don't care about him as a person. I don't care.
That's
I'm talking about as a head coach.
My whole point is the fans aren't judging him for what's happening on the field. They're judging him for his antics and stuff like that. That's why.
I don't think that's what it is.
I think you're full of it.
I don't think that's what it is. All right, look. A
That
lot
was
of
the
people.
point I was trying to make.
A lot of people are weighing in. I want to hear. Let me play this clip of Schrager though, because I teased it earlier. We're going to continue this conversation. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, you did.
But I'm not understanding. I just didn't understand the Sean McVay thing.
I was just throwing coaches' names out there to see who liked who, and why.
See, I do think you're on to something here, though. We do make our decisions about people, and first impressions are very hard to overcome.
And he lost his first impression battle.
Yeah, so the people who thought Sirianni was a clown before immediately go back to that, and it is hard to overcome.
They wait to go back to it, is my point. They wait till there's an opening.
And you said earlier, and this is true, a lot of people are frustrated with the way the offense looks right now. And they're blaming it on Nick Sirianni, and they're blaming it on Kevin Petzullo. Well, Peter Schrager, you don't have a dog in this fight. He's on ESPN. He's not a local guy. He's got no connection to Sirianni or Petzullo. I'm listening to him on ESPN this morning, and I thought he gave a really interesting answer about why the offense looks the way it does. Listen to Schrager.
Here's what I'll say about Kevin Petzullo. He comes from that Frank Reich tree. He comes there from Nick Sirianni.
What?
When he was with Phil Rivers and they were with the Colts, they used to throw the ball all over the yard. And Sirianni and Reich likes to throw the ball. They used to do motion. You're not seeing any of it. You're seeing basically, can AJ and Devontae go one-on-one? Can they make their plays? Can Saquon break a tackle? And that's the offense. Like, this is not a guy who just woke up and was handed the job here. This is a guy who's had a career learning about offenses and designing offenses. And I don't think it's necessarily by design that this is the offense that it is. It seems like maybe this is what he thinks is their best chance to win. given what they've got at the quarterback spot.
All right, so that's Schrager now saying that the offense may look the way it does because of Jalen. And this isn't the first time we've heard this, that this is a Jalen Hurts offense. And the reason that they have the play designs that they have is this is what Jalen Hurts likes to run. But yet, it always goes to, no, this is what Sirianni wants to run, right? When things aren't well, this is Sirianni's thing. Again, not giving you the benefit of the doubt. Now, I like Hurts. And if Schrager's trying to take a shot at Hurts, that's not my point here. But my point is we always look to blame, and not everybody, but they always look to jump to blame Sirianni for everything. If the offense doesn't look the way they want it to look, it was Sirianni's fault. If the coordinator isn't working out, it's Sirianni's fault. But when they win, you don't hear people screaming Sirianni's praises.
You're right.
Right? It's Jalen Hurts. It's Howie Roseman. It's Vic Fangio. Now Kellen Moore is a god. But people forget that we hated Kellen Moore
last year. But there's also
a
reason for that. When you go from where you were to taking the CEO job, I think you lose that in-game personality. So if the game goes well on the defensive end, they're going to skip right over Nick and go straight to Vic Fangio. If it goes well on the offensive side, I think they're going to go straight to the players.
That's a good point. They do go straight to the players in that scenario. But I want to get to some things about the players a little bit later, too, because Fangio met with the media about a half hour ago. Patullo does not speak today until after we're off the air. He doesn't speak till 6:30. So if you're waiting to hear what Kevin Patullo had to say today, we're not going to get it. It's 6:30 tonight, so we'll have some of that for you tomorrow. But we are going to get some audio of Vic Fangio because he told us some interesting things about what the plan could be in the secondary now. We'll get to that. But as we're having this conversation, I want to get more texts. Sylvanas, the text board's blowing up. I want to hear from you why the head coach doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. And I want you to explain it. All right? 610-632-0975. But coming up, Rich Eisen, who has the Rich Eisen Show. I was watching a clip of him this morning. Eagles are 8-3. They're still in first place in the NFC East. Their schedule's getting a little bit easier. But yet there are some fans, not a lot, some that are maybe jumping ship. Well, Rich Eisen had a message for Eagles fans today. I want to play that for you coming up next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
John Kincade, Andrew Salciunas, and Connor Thomas.
Thought-provoking, entertaining, insightful. Just what you need to get your day going. Kincade and Salciunas, today's talk show.
Watch or listen every weekday from 6 to 10 a.m. on YouTube. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Pump up your energy savings with the new Bradford White Aerotherm G2, the only hybrid electric heat pump water heater manufactured in America using the finest components from around the world. It's a Bradford White, so it's built to be the best for years of reliable performance, top efficiency, and energy savings. Plus, rebates and tax credits could save you thousands more. How you heat your water matters. So ask your plumbing pro about the Aerotherm heat pump water heater and visit BradfordWhite.com to learn more.
Yo, Philly, listen up. The Fanatic Pro Shop is dropping a flash sale just in time for Cyber Monday. Snag the Fanatic Sixers black jersey throwback t-shirt for that die-hard sports fan on your holiday list. You know, the one who's impossible to shop for, or rep the station the right way and show Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo some love with our new Unfiltered gear. We've got Fanatic hats, mugs, and a whole lot more. Get on it now and lock it in before the holidays. Hit up the Pro Shop at 975thefanatic.com. Philly sports, this is how we roll.
McDowell. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Headed to the game? Well, make DeTillo's Delicatessen your first stop. From tailgates to watch parties, DeTillo's has you covered with fresh hoagies, stacked party trays, and everything you need to keep your crew happy. Conveniently located off Ron Street in Philadelphia, if your drive includes Roosevelt and Bustleton, there's no better place to pull over. Skip the wait. Call ahead and your order will be ready when you are. Turn every game day into a feast with DeTillo's Delicatessen, Philly's go-to for flavor since day one.
Not only can you listen to The Fanatic, but you can also watch on 97.5 The Fanatic's YouTube channel.
Watch the live stream of Kincade and Salciunas from 6 to 10 a.m. and Middays with Marks from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Go to youtube.com/97.5 The Fanatic Philadelphia and subscribe today to be part of the action. The real, the raw, the loyal, the Philly, the love, the hate, the passion, the unfiltered. Here again is Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
A frustrating couple weeks for Eagles fans. I get it. Even though you won in Green Bay, you scored 10 points. You beat the Lions, you only scored 16, and then the epic collapse in Dallas. So I get the frustration. But what we're asking today is, has Sirianni earned the benefit of the doubt, though, that he's going to figure things out? And a lot of people are weighing in on the text board, and that's the subject of our Twitter poll. Now, a majority of people saying, yeah, he has earned the benefit of the doubt. You look at his track record now, 4.5 seasons. Yeah, been a lot of good here in the last 4.5 years. But there's a lot of people on the text board, Ricky, who are saying otherwise. So before I play this clip of Rich Eisen, who had a message for Eagles fans today, I want to get some text reaction, Ricky, because Silvana said text board's going crazy and a lot of negative comments about the head coach. What do we got, Sil?
All right, we have C from Bucks County. I am still iffy on Sirianni. Yes, he can lead a locker room, but there's more to being a good coach than just being a good leader. It's problematic when an offensive head coach is unable to fix his own offense. Both OCs that he hired have not worked. I don't want to hear about his winning percentage with the stacked roster. I'd be more impressed if he was doing that with an average roster.
All right, so a couple of things in there, and one, I just want to make sure that this is accurate. He also hired Shane Steichen. We tend to neglect that from our memory. It's he hired Brian Johnson, he hired Kevin Patullo. He also hired Steichen, who was the best coordinator of all of them. Brian Johnson, even if that was his hire, it was the logical choice. You had just gone to the Super Bowl. Johnson was here for 2 years as quarterback coach. He had the relationship with Hurts. It was the logical choice. Now, we can question the decision to hire Kevin Patullo. Certainly. Should he have appointed him? There were a lot of people who pushed back against it when he did. But at the same time, I think that he's earned the benefit of the doubt. Like, he's earned the benefit where, all right, let's see how things go the rest of the way. Because when we did this yesterday, Ricky, Kevin Patullo was not what won the Twitter poll as being the main issue with the offense. The offensive line and the running game was where people came in as the majority of people voting. The offensive line is the problem. So if that is in fact the case, and it's injuries along that offensive line that are what's derailing the offense more than anything else, again, well, then why are we immediately going to Sirianni? Well, he hired Patullo. If that's not the main issue.
Well, the offense is boring right now. You go back to the last 3 games, the offense is just flat out boring. And that's the one that's the one thing that I know factually that people will say. The offenses look boring. The 2 games against the NFC North teams were not good. Then you go against the Cowboys, you look good for 17 minutes, and then just over 15
about 18,
minutes.
yeah.
And then you look terrible for the rest of the game. I wouldn't say terrible, but you weren't scoring points the rest of the game. So, I mean, to me, obviously the finger's going to point directly at Patullo right away. And then when you kind of calm down, you look at things and you say, okay, what went wrong? What's different? I just think it's been the offensive line for a long period of time. And we had that conversation yesterday. And I think this game turns into, for a head coach, what have you done for me lately?
You won a Super Bowl.
Then
They won a
Is
Super
that
Bowl.
lately? That was last year.
Yeah, that's lately. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like recent past. I'm not talking about a year ago.
They won the
Talking
Super
about
Bowl.
the
They're
last
8-3.
The last 3 games, you're 2-1. You could be 0-3. I think the way people are looking at it. What the hell is going on
so
here?
Timeout.
I just said it wasn't a year ago yet.
So what you're under that
I'm not
rationale?
talking about last year. I'm talking about the team on the field today, this week, the week before.
Okay, but then that leads us to the big question of the day.
What the hell are you thinking?
So if you're talking about what has happened over the last 3 weeks,
yes,
then how come the head coach?
This is why Vic, I'm trying to point out, this is why Vic is getting the pats on the back, because the defense had been there. That's the only reason they won those 2 games against the Lions and the Packers. The offense, where the hell have they been?
It's just when you say, what have you done
Nick
for me
is
lately?
more associated with the offense, in my opinion.
I get it. And they're coming off of a year where they had the greatest rushing performance in NFL history when you add in
and
the
that's
regular
exactly
season
what it is.
and
It's
the postseason.
history.
If that's how you're looking at it, I mean, that's my point is you look at what have you done for me lately? That's why I'm saying he's earned the benefit of the doubt, because what he's done for us lately is 4 straight playoff appearances, 2 out of 3 Super Bowls, and a Super Bowl victory.
This year would be lately, Bill. This year.
All right, let's hear what Rich Eisen had to say to Eagles fans, and then I want to get more texts. Man, we got a long way to go, Ricky and I. We're going to battle today. So Rich Eisen, this is for you, Ricky. Rich Eisen on his show today had a message for you and the Eagles fans out there. I'm not sure I agree with him, though. Listen to this.
The Eagles are 8-3. The team that's closest to them is 5-1, and you split with them. It's not like they've got an upper hand on you. And then all you got to do is be 1 game better than the Rams the rest of the way. You got the Bears coming into town this Friday, feeling really good about themselves. You beat them, and you got a tiebreak over the team that's leading the NFC North right now. So I'm going to channel my inner Aaron Rodgers and have the temerity to look into the camera and directly address the Eagles fans out there.
Here, Coach.
Relax. RELAX.
What do you think, Ricky? Should we listen to Rich Eisen and
I
just
think
relax?
he's 100% correct.
RELAX?
I think he's 100% correct. If I'm not wrong, you might say I didn't say it, but right at the top of the show, I believe I said I believe the Eagles will be back in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, so here's where
I do agree with him.
Here's where I don't 100% agree with him. We can't relax because our expectations have been raised. And you and I have had this conversation before. When he's like, yo, you're still 8-3, you know, the closest team in your division's 5-1, no longer are the Eagles fan base or the franchise, for that matter, going to be satisfied with just winning another division, right? So it is Super Bowl or bust, and we are looking to identify issues. So I understand all of that. Like, I understand us debating what's wrong with the offense and how should they fix it, and is this team good enough to get back to the Super Bowl? I understand all of that. That's why I don't fully jump on to what Rich Eisen's saying. My point, though, with the head coach is I feel like instead of immediately jumping to, you know, he's a clown and he can't figure it out, that we should look at it and say, all right, he will figure it out because he has had a lot of success in this league. Like, let's just look at Andy Reid. You were looking at Sean McVay earlier. Look at Andy Reid. I feel like most people would look at Reid and Mahomes. This year's tough because they're starting to get older, but over the years, Reid and Mahomes would always be given the benefit of the doubt.
I agree.
Even when they were winning games by a few points, oh, they'll figure it out. It's Reid and Mahomes. When do Hurts and Sirianni, let's throw Hurts into here. When do the two of those get put into the same category? It's like, you know what? They'll figure it out. Look what they've done together in 4 seasons. Look what they've done together now in 4.5 seasons.
They win.
When do they get the Reid Mahomes treatment of, yeah, you know what? They'll figure it out. We don't have that. It's either you're on one side or the other. There's people who are bashing Jalen Hurts. There's people calling for Tanner McKee already on social media, although a small minority of people calling for Tanner McKee, but that's happening. There's a lot of people calling Sirianni a clown. At what point do we look at him? Reid wouldn't have been called a clown.
No, he wouldn't. Just to send this back to Rich Eisen. And this, you could take this for whatever it's worth. The Phillies won their division this year, right? Did you care?
Nope.
Savannah, did you care that they won the division?
No.
Why is that?
Because the expectations were raised.
The stakes are higher for both of these teams. By the way, if the Sixers win their division, we're doing backflips.
This year we are.
If the Flyers make the playoffs, we're doing backflips.
You love backflips.
Well, backflips just mean you're happy. If I do a backflip, that means I'm really happy.
Have you ever done
that means I'm not landing on my ass, right?
Have you ever done one before? A backflip?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
On a trampoline or on the ground?
On the ground.
Really?
Wow.
If I do it on a trampoline, that means I'm
Can
going
you
to
show us in the
overshoot
break?
it. I can't.
He can't do it anymore. Do we have any
Nuts.
video evidence of this? All right, look. I want to continue this conversation.
I actually used to be athletic.
We're going to see. You're still an athlete. We're going to see if Ricky could do backflips in the hallways.
This is like going to new levels of where the heck am I today?
I'll see you in the hallway. Don't you worry. All right, so coming up, I want to continue this conversation. I know a lot of people are hitting us up on the text board. We'll try to get to as many texts as possible. I want your opinion on this. Why do you feel that Nick Sirianni doesn't get the benefit of the doubt? We were just talking about Andy Reid would get the benefit of the doubt. Why doesn't Sirianni? 610-632-0975. Also, Vic Fangio met with the media about an hour ago. He said some interesting things about what the plan is going to be with that defense now with all the injuries. We'll get to that as well coming up next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia. And this Thanksgiving, FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge, is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg, and here's how it works. You start a group build, you add your pick, and then you pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. And when everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because let's face it, football's better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone will get a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So look, great games this weekend. You got the Cowboys and the Chiefs. Not this weekend, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, not the weekend. Thanksgiving, Cowboys and Chiefs, Lions and Packers. Look, Pickens is going to have a great game, man. He just had a great game against the Eagles. He's having a great season. I'm taking Pickens over in receiving yards. That'll be my part of the parlay. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Just visit FanDuel.com/winning. That's FanDuel.com/winning to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 or older, present in Pennsylvania. Opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Savannah Kelleher, and this update's brought to you by Indeed.com. Stop just hoping the right applicants find your job. Sponsor on Indeed and match with quality talent. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Again, that's Indeed.com/credit. The Eagles are coming off their tough loss to the Cowboys on Sunday, and they have just a few days before they host the Bears on Friday. Listen to head coach Nick Sirianni on the offense's inconsistency.
I feel like we got the right people as players, as coaches that have had success. And, we're all searching for answers to make it more consistent. And we got to find, the things that we really can hang our hat on.
The Flyers had a tough loss of their own last night with their first shutout loss of the season. They lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They'll get the night off before returning tomorrow night at the Panthers. The Sixers are hosting the Magic tonight in an NBA Cup matchup. Tip-off is at 8 here at Live, right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. BJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Paul George are all out. This update was also brought to you by Norristown Chrysler. Drive into great deals by driving into the Black Friday sales event at Norristown Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Get wicked good deals all month long on great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. Visit NorristownCDJR.com. I'm Savannah Kelleher on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Attention, Delaware Valley. 97.5 The Fanatics Unfiltered with Ricky Bowe and Bill Colarulo are looking for the best high school athletes in the area.
Each week, we want you to nominate a local high school athlete that you think deserves recognition for their performance on the field, on the court, or on the ice.
Head to 975thefanatic.com/unfiltered and let us know who you think earned the recognition.
Sponsored by BCSHR, payroll you can trust.
Guys, it's football season, and if you're not feeling like your old self, it's time to get proactive about your sexual health. This is your brofessor, Dr. Avidan Appel from Iron Mountain Men's Health. We specialize in treating erectile dysfunction and low testosterone with custom care that actually works. Over 95% of our patients see results, even if other treatments have failed. Feel stronger in the boardroom, the bedroom, and on the field.
Get back in the game on your terms. Get with the program. Visit IronMountainMen'sHealth.com.
Don't miss Macy's best deals of the year. Hurry in and shop epic Black Friday deals on this season's best gifts before they're gone. Like men's and women's boots for just $19.99. Coats for the whole family, 60% off. Levi's jeans and denim, 40% off. Plus, 50% off top beauty gifts from Yves Saint Laurent, Armani, and more. Don't wait. Black Friday is here at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,400 off, plus get free delivery on select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop Black Friday savings on select GE Profile appliances plus get free delivery now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 11/5 through 12/3. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Deciding when to claim Social Security can be confusing. It's important to talk with the retirement pros at Dan White & Associates to determine the best way to maximize your Social Security. For nearly 4 decades, Dan White & Associates has been helping clients prepare financially for their retirement years. And they can stress test your retirement plan and give you the tools to maximize what you have. Call 610-358-8942. or visit danwhiteandassociates.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included. John Marks and Ray Dunn. Reliable, enthusiastic, and informative. Philadelphia sports talk to help get you through your day. Listen to them every weekday on Middays with Marks from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
There's nothing fake about this sports talk.
Now back to Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
A little after 3 o'clock here on Unfiltered. You're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. We broadcast live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. A lot of Eagles talk to start the show. And the question we threw out to start the show was, has Nick Sirianni earned the benefit of the doubt? The team's 8-3 right now, but yes, the offense hasn't looked great. We're coming off one of the worst losses in recent memory in terms of collapsing after you go up 21-0. But when you do look at Sirianni's resume now, in 4.5 seasons, he should have earned the benefit of the doubt by now. We should be looking at it and saying, you know what? We have faith that Sirianni will figure it out. And at least on the text board, it doesn't necessarily appear that way, Ricky. But I want to get to text in a second. But Vic Fangio just spoke, a guy who does get the benefit of the doubt, right? No one ever questions Vic Fangio, nor should you. He has proven to be a great defensive coordinator. I think Sirianni's proven to be a great head coach. We'll get back to that. But here's some takeaways from Vic Fangio's presser. Good news. He expects Reed Blankenship to play on Friday. That is massive, massive news. Obviously, no Drew Makuba. So who will be starting in his place? Sounds like it's going to be Sidney Brown. I'll play for you what he had to say about Sidney Brown in a second. Cooper DeJean will likely start at the cornerback 2 position opposite Quinyon Mitchell if Adoree Jackson can't go. All right? So this is what I want to get into because as much as we're concerned about the Eagles' offense, I think the injuries on the back end may be a bigger issue right now.
The injuries on the defense kind of just popped up on everybody, and what's going on is you're having like basically puzzle pieces. You're sending different people to different spots. Obviously, Reed Blankenship being back, I think that's big. I think that's big. You're going to probably have Sidney Brown back there with him. You have Cooper DeJean at the CB2. You put in Michael Carter second at the slot. So I mean, I guess you're just kind of back to normalcy a little bit. If you could run it like that, I think you'd be happy with that as long as nobody else goes down. That's what I think it is now. I think you're really down to, okay, we've gotten down to the nitty-gritty of our depth now. This is where we have to somehow, stand up to all the adversity and make sure everybody stays healthy throughout all this, or else then there's going to be even bigger problems.
Yeah, I mean, what's not ideal is Cooper DeJean on the outside.
That's not his best place.
No. He did not look great against CeeDee Lamb and George
Pickens. How much did he actually? I mean,
probably didn't practice much. And you're going up against one of the best wide receiving cores in the NFL.
Yes, true.
So hopefully things will be better against the Chicago Bears offense. Where are they in passing right now? 12th in the NFL in passing. They run the ball well, though. So, all right, let's say you got Cooper DeJean on the outside, you got Quinion on the outside, and now you're going with Sidney Brown at safety in place of Drew Makuba. Here's what Fangio had to say about Sidney Brown.
I think he's been doing a good job in practice with the reps that he does get. He's done a good job staying in tune in the meetings and the walkthroughs, and I'm excited to see how he does.
So, simple. We'll see how he does. Listen, with Sidney Brown, we love with the energy and aggression that he plays with, right? There's never a doubt that he is going 110 miles an hour all the time. But sometimes that's not necessarily the best trait for a safety in a Vic Fangio style of defense. You also have to be responsible and make sure you know what your role is on the field. So that's an area to definitely keep an eye on, because now you're going to have potentially 3 weak links. We were talking a couple weeks ago, Ricky, how there is no longer a weak link on the defense. Well, you're going to have a safety opposite Reed that could be somewhere they target. You're going to have Cooper DeJean going to a position he's not as familiar with on the outside. Could that be something they target? And now you got Michael Carter II at your starting nickel cornerback position. Could that be someone they target? Now, I'm excited to see what Michael Carter can do. He didn't play poorly when he came in against the Cowboys, and we know what he's done when he's been with the Jets. But when you look at it, I mean, what are you more concerned about this week? You more concerned about the offense, or are you more concerned about the secondary?
I think the offense is going to have that always concerned look. And the reason why I say that is it's been there. It hasn't gone away. What you're getting is an average offense from the Eagles. And I'm saying average in a sense that you have the weapons where you can be a lot better. Okay? But I think I've kind of taken it in now and said, okay, this is what they're going to be. So I've gotten to the point now where I know what they're going to be. You might get a half of the offense. Hopefully that half is big, and hopefully it could carry you over. Now, you look at the defense, I think that I'm going to have my worries there. And it will be still in the same type of area, the cornerback too. I mean, we don't know exactly what Cooper DeJean can bring to the table after a full week of practice, which this isn't even a full week of practice. And, I mean, you need him to be good. I mean, can Cooper DeJean come up in that position and be good? That's where the bottom line stands. Plus, I think you took another step back in the slot also. The nickel slot.
Yeah, I mean, you're going from Cooper to Michael Carter, for sure.
Okay, so in my opinion, and I'm throwing it out there, on defense, you have taken 3 steps backwards.
Yeah.
In 3 different positions.
That's a good way to put it. Because, look, and Cooper DeJean, again, maybe this is just because it was against the Cowboys, but against the Cowboys, playing on the outside, he was targeted 5 times.
Right.
According to Pro Football Focus, he gave up 4 catches for 148 yards. That's an average of 37 yards per reception. Yep. They were beating him down the field. We saw what CeeDee Lamb did. We saw what George Pickens did. Now, I don't think the Bears have a receiver that equals either one of those guys.
No.
So let's hope that he has a better game this week. So we'll take a look at that. You can weigh in on that conversation as well. Do you have concerns about the secondary, especially this week with no Drew Makuba, potentially no Adoree Jackson? Hit us up, 610-632-0975. But the big question of the day is, I was asking the question about Nick Sirianni. Has he earned the benefit of the doubt? Based off of his resume, should we be looking at him and saying, yeah, he'll figure this thing out? He's a good head coach. And it doesn't seem like a lot of people on the text board are agreeing with us on that. What do we got, Sil?
All right. This is kind of a couple of texters' sentiment. He is not a good head coach. He can't call plays and was actually stripped of his coaching hires by the GM and the owner. He got lucky with two great play callers who are now head coaches, and when it's on him to make decisions, they hurt us. Look at Green Bay and Detroit. He made two terrible calls. He can't be trusted. They did win those games, I will say.
So, I mean, here's what's bothering me with this. So, he got lucky with two good play callers, and we immediately jump to he can't call plays, so he doesn't do anything. And it's just, how come we don't look at other coaches that way? I kept going back to this last year. This was something that I pushed back on. Can Sirianni call plays? No. I don't like him as a play caller. But that doesn't mean that that's the only thing a head coach does is call plays. Secondly, when we say he got lucky with two good play callers, he hired Shane Steichen. All right? Kellen Moore last year. Was he that great of a play caller? I mean, really, let's be honest with ourselves.
He got the job
here.
done.
But let's be honest here.
He got the job done.
And how did he get the job done?
Running the football.
Yes. And what don't they have this year?
They don't have a running game.
They don't have a running game.
Why is that?
Because the offensive line is banged up and not playing as well.
Good job. We should
yes,
work together sometime.
Really good. And this is where I keep going back to, as we're talking about people who get the benefit of the doubt and those who don't, right? Roseman does. Fangio does. You know who else does? Jeff Stoutland. Who's your run game coordinator? Jeff Stoutland. Who was here in 2023 when the offensive line had no answers for the blitz? Jeff Stoutland. But you don't hear anyone talk negatively about Stoutland. You know why? Because he's earned the benefit of the doubt, and I agree with that. He should have earned the benefit of the doubt. But so is your head coach.
He's also under that Kelsey umbrella.
Yeah, because he developed Kelsey and he developed Mailata.
Highly touted by Jason Kelsey.
And Lane Johnson and all these other guys. Yep. And I agree with it. Fangio and Stoutland and Roseman, they do all deserve the benefit of the doubt. My point is, at what point do we put the head coach there too? And I'm getting people tweeting at me about this, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. So my man, Senor Harris. Sometimes I get nervous when I read the Twitter names because you never know. Did you just say something inappropriate?
Right.
Here's what he says to me on Twitter. It's hilarious that you're still defending Sirianni. My goodness. I don't care about his stats. He's incompetent. His playbook is horrible, and I don't care if he won the ring in February. Kellen Moore was the key factor in that, not your boy. This is what I'm talking about. Is that a serious tweet? Like, do we really believe that Nick Sirianni doesn't deserve to be defended at this point? That the guy's incompetent? 5 straight years you're going to go to the postseason, Ricky. Back-to-back seasons winning the NFC East. Like, I just don't understand why we keep moving the goalposts on him.
It's not just Nick. I think that's something that you're trying to explain to yourself. But, I mean, you have to understand the fan base. Understand how many people call in and say Rob Thompson has to go. All the time.
But Rob Thompson's never won a World Series.
No.
But like, if Rob Thompson if last year would have ended in a World Series championship for Rob Thompson.
But it didn't.
But just bear with me for a second. I agree with you.
Which is why the NL East championship means nothing.
But if Rob Thompson, who had gotten there in 22 and lost, got back there this past season and won it, and then they came back next year, and they started the season playing really well, but things started to go like it is now where they're 8-3.
They would point the fingers at Rob.
Whatever the equivalent is. But what we'd be like, you know what, though? The guys earned the benefit of the doubt.
It's not how it is around here anymore.
I see. I think that is an irrational response.
But in football, I think there's different ways to look at it. Is Nick running the offense? Just answer these questions. Is Nick running the offense?
No.
Is Nick running the defense?
No.
Is Nick running the special teams?
No.
What the hell is Nick doing?
Head coach.
There you go.
He's the head coach.
I know, but people don't like to accept that anymore.
I just can't. So maybe that is a good answer by you, because I do believe that the fans who won't give him the benefit of the doubt is for that reason, because he's not in charge.
That's exactly what I think.
Because he's not in charge anyway. All right, look, I want to continue this conversation. I do. But we also got to talk some Phillies on the other side as well. So we'll get to more of your text messages on the Nick Sirianni situation, but the Phillies offseason in full swing. And for the first time, Ricky, I'm seeing a potential suitor being linked to JT Realmuto that is not the Philadelphia Phillies. What could all that mean for this offseason if JT goes elsewhere? We'll get into that report coming up next. More of your text on Nick Sirianni. This is Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
John Kincade, Andrew Salciunas, and Connor Thomas.
Thought-provoking, entertaining, insightful. Just what you need to get your day going. Kincade and Salciunas, today's talk show.
Watch or listen every weekday from 6 to 10 a.m. on YouTube, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Don't stand around. The curtain's coming down. Boy, this is good. So good, I'm all over it. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
That's Birds coach Nick's pick.
Coach Sirianni.
Boy, I guess.
Follow that bear.
Chiefs,
Compasses, the all-new Cherokee, even Grand Cherokee.
Zero down. You're driving around Philly town.
Zero down.
Row after row. Ready to go.
Every vehicle Barbera's got helps support Toys for Tots.
ToysForTots.org. We're ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen.
With prices so low and available.
Zero down. You're driving around Philly town.
Chiefs. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera.
Boy, I guess. Hello.
Zero down.
One more time for the money, honey. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
Barbera! Every vehicle Barbera's got
Chiefs.
helps support Toys for Tots.
Oh, mama. Row after row. Ready to go.
Compasses, the all-new Cherokee, even Grand Cherokee. Zero down.
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best?
Boy, I guess. Go Birds!
Hey, it's John Marks, and you know a good team when you see one, right? Well, the Morgenstern Hair Restoration Team has been doing hair for 30 years. This is the same crew that did my hair transplant, and I still check in for maintenance to keep my hair looking good. Great teams stick together, and so does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration, championship results. Visit morgensternhair.com or call 610-980-4000 and tell them John Marks sent you.
Headed to the game? Well, make DeTillo's Delicatessen your first stop. From tailgates to watch parties, DeTillo's has you covered with fresh hoagies, stacked party trays, and everything you need to keep your crew happy. Conveniently located off Rawn Street in Philadelphia, if your drive includes Roosevelt and Bustleton, there's no better place to pull over. Skip the wait. Call ahead and your order will be ready when you are. Turn every game day into a feast with DeTillo's Delicatessen, Philly's go-to for flavor since day one.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
John Kincade, Andrew Salciunas, and Connor Thomas. They have a lot to say about Philadelphia sports. Listen to Kincade and Salciunas weekday morning 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Philadelphia's source for breaking sports news. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. This is Unfiltered with Ricky Bowe and Bill Colarulo.
Unapologetic Philly sports talk. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Welcome back into Unfiltered. We'll get back to our big Eagles topic shortly, where we're asking the question, why hasn't Nick Sirianni earned the benefit of the doubt from some fans? And if you're one of those fans, I'm very curious to hear why. Hit us up on the text board. If you don't look at Sirianni and give him the benefit of saying he'll figure it out, I want to know why not. Because when you look at his resume, we should look at him that way, shouldn't we? 2 Super Bowls in 3 years? 4, maybe 5 straight playoff appearances if things continue on this trajectory this season. Why wouldn't he get the benefit of the doubt? Hit us up. You can send your texts. You can send your voice memos. 610-632-0975. We'll play the best voice memos at 5:25 for We Hear You. But let's get to some Phillies stuff, Ricky Bowe. I know you love your fighting Phils. JT Realmuto. We don't know what the Phillies' plan would be if they were to lose JT. We know that they signed contracts with Rafael Marchand and Garrett Stubbs. But let's be honest here, that can't be the answer next year if you lose JT. And now for the first time, I'm seeing another team being linked to JT Realmuto. The Boston Red Sox. So it says here, this is a report from the Athletic's Ken Rosenthal. The Boston Red Sox have not been shy in outlining their offseason wish list. Acquiring another catcher is not among their top priorities, but the Red Sox are showing interest in JT Realmuto, according to people briefed on their discussions. And then later on in this story, it talks about how JT could be getting 3 years, $45 million in free agency. So I guess we got to look at this two ways. One, if he was to go to Boston or Boston was to offer him a 3-year contract, would you match it? Would you go 3 on JT?
I think you're starting to push it. I've said this before. You know what? Here's the thing. When you're looking at these contracts, you have to have a bottom line. And usually the bottom line isn't about money. The bottom line is usually about years. And, I mean, what gets even more confusing, what the hell are you signing Stubbs and Marchand for? I mean, and I'm just being completely honest with you.
Well, I guess.
Why in the world would Stubbs sign here?
Yeah, because clearly no other big league club was going to promise him a spot.
But that's what I'm saying. So why do you even have to give him that kind of money in the minor leagues? Unless they're just like they're just saying, "Oh, here, we're just happy that you want to stay with us." Yeah, I just think it's weird that they signed both of those catchers.
And I guess, oh man, you agree with me though. If they lose JT, there's no way the plan is Stubbs and Marchand, right?
It could be.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I don't think it would be their first choice. This is what you call an insurance form, yeah.
Oh, man. Could you imagine?
Well, it's an insurance. I mean, you got two guys that have caught in the big leagues. You got two guys that neither one of them could start a full season in the big leagues. So that would be a little platooning type positioning. I don't know what the hell you want me to say.
Here's where
I don't understand why you would sign both of them.
Yeah, and here's where I'm getting nervous.
Either one of them taking that step where you're like, oh, yeah. No, neither one of them.
No, they haven't. But here's where I'm getting a little bit nervous because I'm with you. I don't want to give JT too many years. I mean, 2 years would be ideal. And it's been reported previously that 2 years would get it done. Now I'm seeing in this article that it's going to be 3 years potentially. If you lose JT, not only how that hurts your pitching staff because we know how good JT is behind the plate, that's another right-handed bat from your lineup now that you have to replace.
There'd be a lot of people out there that would say JT is more important than Kyle Schwarber. And I'm talking to the entirety of the ball club.
Because of the way he manages the staff.
Yes. Because he knows his staff. He understands it. He's a hard-nosed you-know-what. I mean, he's behind the plate. He takes a beating back there. But the one thing about JT Realmuto is that he wants to play every day. He wants to play every day. He's going to hit his skids just like every other guy on that team. But he's one of those guys that'll work his butt off to get out of his slumps as quickly as he can.
Yeah, after the tough slump he started the year, and he came on strong.
And it's always about getting his front foot down. Isn't that the weirdest thing in the world?
That simple sometimes.
His time. Well, it's timing. So he's strong enough to hit a baseball. It's just all about the timing of it.
So here's what's interesting, because you just mentioned you thought he may be more important than Schwarber.
Yep.
The part that I could agree with you on that is if you lost Schwarber, there's options in free agency where you could put that money elsewhere. Now, I know we all love Schwarber. I would love for him to stay here, but you may get priced out in terms of years because, like Ricky just said, it's always about years. Well, let's say the Cincinnati Reds just give him an insane number or the Mets give him an insane number and you lose Schwarber. You could turn around and bring in Pete Alonso.
It may not. Yes, you can.
Right? So you could replace – not that you're replacing –
Or you could take a swing in Kyle Tucker maybe. I mean –
Yeah, you could bring in a Tucker. You could get an Alonso. If you lose JT –
there's no automatic.
There's no option.
Well, we've already heard the Phillies linked to possible trades for a catcher. Maybe they were just putting out feelers early on to see where they would stand if they didn't, bring JT back. I think they have to. I mean, how could you not? I mean, when you look at the free agents that are out there, every answer to those free agents are no. Every answer to the free agent, when you look at your backup catchers right now, what are the answers to those two guys? I mean, be honest. The answer is no.
No.
So, I mean, it's like we've heard stuff like this before, like a cliche. It's JT or bust.
And I think it might have to be. And I'm reading this other article.
JT is too good running the pitching staff. And I'm not just talking about the starters. I'm talking about all the way through every reliever that they have. He's an ultimate studier of pitchers, understands what guys go through, understands what they need to do on the mound. That's it. There's a bottom line to that because whoever you would bring in would have absolutely no clue.
Yeah, and like I said, you don't have another option. Like if you lose Schwarber, I'm reading this other article on ESPN right now, and it's about Pete Alonso's potential landing spots. And it says if they do not re-sign Schwarber, the best designated hitter in the majors this side of Shohei Ohtani, then the Phillies could be in the market for Pete Alonso. The team could make both Alonso and Schwarber work by moving Harper back to the outfield, but we know that Dombrowski has said previously they would prefer him at first base.
Yeah.
But you think about it, if you lost Schwarber, you took that money, you put it into Alonso, even though Alonso's not Schwarber, or at least wasn't Schwarber of last season, it's a right-handed bat, though. So now you've taken your left-handed heavy lineup.
And you added a right-handed.
You've added a right-handed power hitter, but you'd have to get creative. Do you just make Alonso your DH, or do you have him and Harper kind of go back and forth?
You could actually do that. You could actually put them back and forth at first base. Alonso's not a bad first baseman. He's just slow as, you know what.
He runs so weird, dude.
He
has the weirdest run. The way he kicks his own butt with his feet. Have you ever seen the way he runs?
But if he comes here, people were really upset with the way he was dressing last summer. I think he might have to change.
He would have to change. All right. Well, look, I do want to get back to our Eagles conversation, but as I was reading things about the Phillies, an article dropped yesterday from ESPN, and it listed one player that could help the Phillies get over the top. One free agent signing that could help them get over the top. Who was it? We'll get into that coming up. We'll get to more of your texts on the Nick Sirianni question. A lot more to get into here on Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Savannah Kelleher, and this update is brought to you by IHOP. With the new IHOP value menu, all your breakfast faves are just $6 every day. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP value menu, available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. The Eagles' offensive struggles continued with 24 unanswered points in Sunday's loss. Head coach Nick Sirianni said he has not thought of any coaching changes.
No, I haven't. And I think that it's never like it's just this. Well, it's not just that. And it's every piece of the puzzle, coaching, playing, execution, scheme, everything. We got to be better in all of those aspects.
The Eagles have a short week. They host the 8-3 Chicago Bears on Friday. The Flyers had their first shutout loss of the season last night, losing to the Lightning. They get the night off, then are at the Panthers tomorrow night. The Sixers are hosting the Orlando Magic tonight with tip-off at 8. VJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, and Paul George are all out. Catch tonight's game live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update was also brought to you by Gary Barbera. Once again, Gary Barbera's on the Boulevard is proud to support ToysForTots.org. Every vehicle on Barbera's lots helps Toys for Tots. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess go Birds. I'm Savannah Kelleher on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Attention, Delaware Valley. 97.5 The Fanatics Unfiltered with Ricky Bowe and Bill Colarulo are looking for the best high school athletes in the area.
Each week, we want you to nominate a local high school athlete that you think deserves recognition for their performance on the field, on the court, or on the ice.
Head to 975thefanatic.com/unfiltered and let us know who you think earned the recognition.
Sponsored by BCSHR. Payroll you can trust.
The heat is on this sports season. And these local businesses came to play just like your team. First up, Egress Solutions. Make the winning call with Egress Solutions, your one-stop shop for basement egress. From wells to windows to cellar doors, they stock your needs locally for fast, hassle-free delivery. Don't wait. Visit theegresssolution.com today, saving valuable time and money. And next, we are winning with Climaco HVAC. H&H Commercial Services is now doing business as Climaco, the same service you've trusted to keep your business cool, efficient, and game day ready. From rooftop HVAC to heat pumps and pool dehumidification, they install, maintain, and repair it all. ClimacoHVAC.com. Comfort starts with Climaco. What do these standout companies have in common? They all work with Cinco LLC, helping business owners become better leaders, making better decisions with better results. Because growth is a team sport. Learn more at CincoLLC.com. That's SYNCH-OLLC.com.
Hey, it's Ray Dunn. This Thanksgiving, FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build, add your pick, and then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 50%, that's right, a 50% profit boost to use on their build. For me, I watched what happened on Sunday. George Pickens has had quite a season for the Cowboys. They're going to continue to pepper him against the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. His over in receptions will be what I add to that parlay. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/endzone. That's FanDuel.com/endzone to get started. FanDuel, play your game.
21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Yo, Philly, listen up. The Fanatic Pro Shop is dropping a flash sale just in time for Cyber Monday. Snag the Fanatic Sixers black jersey throwback t-shirt for that die-hard sports fan on your holiday list. You know, the one who's impossible to shop for, or rep the station the right way and show Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo some love with our new unfiltered gear. We've got Fanatic hats, mugs, and a whole lot more. Get on it now and lock it in before the holidays. Hit up the Pro Shop at 975thefanatic.com. Philly sports, this is how we roll.
This is Jordan Lundy. And this is Len Lundy. Lundy Law has won billions for our clients.
But more importantly, we've won the trust and confidence of thousands of people injured in motor vehicle crashes, slip and fall accidents, and work-related injuries.
My son and I hope we never meet you because of an accident. But if we do, we're here for you.
Remember our name, Lundy Law, your injury lawyers. Call 1-800-LUNDY-LAW or visit lundylaw.com for a free consultation.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the possibilities. Like possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Install 1425. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
This is Philadelphia station for breaking sports news. Powered by Lundy Law, your injury lawyers. Visit LundyLaw.com.
That's LundyLaw.com.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. There's nothing fake about this sports talk.
Now back to Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
3 o'clock hours brought to you by Corporally's Bakery and Deli. World famous tomato pies and hoagie party trays. They are every bit as good.
Every bit as good. We'll get back to the Eagles. We will get back to the Eagles, but with the Eagles getting all the attention, we're forgetting that the Phillies have a really important offseason going on right now. It's not like the NFL. You don't see a lot of free agent signings right away, but things could start to happen over the next couple of weeks.
Things start brewing.
We saw a trade this weekend.
Yeah. Brandon Nimmo. Yeah, Brandon Nimmo goes to the Rangers. Marcus Semien goes to the New York Mets. That does nothing for me, though.
And then last week we had the Angels trade Ward.
Phillies fans will be all happy, though. They don't have to deal with Nimmo and the way he runs everywhere.
Yeah, Nimmo is one of those hated Mets.
You would love him if he was on your team, though.
But I was reading an article last night. As you know, I like to lay in bed, think about the show. And I'm reading an article on ESPN. and it's like a mailbag of different free agent things. And it says, player needed to get the Phillies over the top.
Kyle Schwarber.
Incorrect. Alex Bregman. Now, we've heard Alex Bregman being rumored before. We had, I think it may have been.
Who wrote it? Do you know?
Yeah, it's Dave Schoenfield.
All right. The reason why I say that came up very quickly. I want to say was it Rosenthal? No. Joel Sherman, maybe.
We've heard Bregman being linked before.
Yes.
Stark told us Bregman too.
Oh, maybe it was Jason Stark.
Yeah, so Stark told us Bregman too because he was saying if you want to bring in a guy who has that postseason experience, a lot of postseason success, if you move on from Alec Boehm, Bregman could slide right in as your third baseman. He opted out, right, from his deal with the Red Sox.
I still believe you could look at this whole free agency in a lot of different directions. I think the Phillies are going to make a trade, and I do believe Boehm's going to be one of them. I would not doubt if Bryson Stott is also involved in one somewhere along the way. Well, you have Aiden Miller on a waiting game, right? We can't forget him. Alec Boehm, you're going to have to pay tooth and nail for next year. Are you going to do that? The answer is probably no. So if that's the answer, why wouldn't you look to trade him? And they still have Nick Castellanos on this team. They are very much in danger of something that everybody does not want. Do you know what I'm talking about? Running it back.
Well, that's in essence what this article says, too. So here's what it says. Since they went to the World Series and lost to the Astros, it says Philadelphia hasn't reached a World Series in that time, and the offense hit 199 over the past two postseasons. With that in mind, it's time for the Phillies to change things and get some new blood in the clubhouse. And Bregman brings not only a history of winning, but the attitude to re-energize things. Alec Boehm, goes on to say, has not been a good postseason hitter. And then it says that they would trade Boehm and Bregman would replace Boehm at third base and give the Phillies a more impactful hitter at the top of the lineup. If they re-sign Schwarber, Bregman could either hit third between Schwarber and Harper or move into the cleanup spot. Now, Bregman's no spring chicken either.
No, he's not.
Bregman right now
and how many years is he looking for?
So he's 31 years old. So, he's got to be looking for a lot because he opted out of the deal with the Red Sox, right, which would have paid him a decent amount of money. So let me see. Alex Bregman, what are the projected – so I'm reading something right here. It's projecting $182 million from Jim Bowden of The Athletic. But how many years? Let's see. I'm just looking at Bowden's projection. Let's see if you would do it. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Would you do it? 6 years, $182 million for Bregman.
And how old is he right now?
31. He'll be 32 in March.
So he's going to be 38 at the end of the contract.
Yeah, so you're going 32, 33, 34, 35, 37 at the
37.
end, right?
So that would load up another 37-year-old on your team right around the same time.
And you'd be giving up on a younger player in Alec Boehm to get it. But do you need to bring that?
See, the problem is I don't believe they're really into signing Alec Boehm to a long-term deal next year.
So you'd lose him anyway.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you think about it, you don't think they would have already tried signing him to a long-term deal? They gave Christopher Sanchez one early on.
Yeah, look, where there's smoke, there's fire. We know last year there was rumors they were shopping him, and there was no takers for whatever they were asking. So I think you're probably right. If they're going to try to change things up, now's the year to trade Boehm, because if not, you just lose him in free agency next season anyway, at the end of next season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're probably right.
If something's going to happen, you would already signed him, number one. Number two, you're looking to rid yourself of him and bring something in. I don't think he's a freebie, though. And what I mean by that is it's not going to be like, okay, you know what? Here, we'll just give him to you. That's not going to happen. You need to get something in return. And that something in return could end up costing you two guys because it's the sole fact of him just being under one more year.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man, because there's a lot of ways they could go with this. But you're right, Ricky. If they try to sell us on it's pretty much the same club, We were pretty happy with our club. We just ran into a good club in L.A., and they had a really good pitching staff in that divisional series. But we were happy with the club we have, and we believe that Rob Thompson has what it takes to get the club over.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine this? And I would love to hear from some texters. Can you imagine this if they got stuck and they had to run it back with almost the exact same team? Look, if they bring back Schwarber, that's one position. They bring back JT, that's two. You know, if they can't get rid of Casty, that's another guy back. You can't get you have Turner. If you don't get rid of Bohm, you don't get rid of Stott.
It would be left and center.
It would be the exact same. You don't know that?
Well, maybe Marsh is your center fielder.
Rojas.
Oh, stop it, Ricky. Stop.
Ketel Marte.
All right, look. We'll get back to the Eagles because you're making me upset if they run it back.
It could happen.
It could happen.
By the way, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm just looking at facts here because everybody is so adamant that bring back Schwarber, bring back JT. That means you have 4, 5, 6 guys in your core back automatically. And then what? You bring back Schwarber too? That's 7 guys you've automatic. That is running it back.
Yeah, it's a big year for the club. Big offseason for the club. All right, well, look, we'll get back to the Phillies a little bit later. If you have opinions on that, you could always hit us up on the text board, send your voice memos in. What would you do if you were Dombrowski? 610-632-0975. But I want to get back to the big question of the day about Nick Sirianni and whether or not he's earned the benefit of the doubt with what he's done in 4.5 seasons here. I know a lot of people have already hit us up on the text board. I want to get to some of those texts, but I also want to play the audio of Sirianni from yesterday that's making a lot of people angry with his response. We'll get to that next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports, Philadelphia. Let me tell you about my friends over at Norristown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Now, I've bought a lot of cars in my life, but I just recently got an awesome Jeep Wrangler 4xE. Maybe my favorite car I've ever had. And I got it from Norristown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It was the easiest thing I've ever done. I found the car I wanted online, and it just so happened to be at Norristown. I'd never been there. So I put an inquiry in, and within minutes, the owner of the dealership, my man Ross, called me up, went over everything. He presented the best deals, talked to me about the rebates that they had. He gave me lease options, finance options. It was so easy. So I was like, all right, I'll come in. When I went into the dealership, he set me up with a sales guy named John, who was anything but a salesman. John was awesome. I enjoyed this car buying experience. And like you, I've had some bad ones. Sometimes it's just annoying. You go into the dealership, they're trying to upsell you on everything. That was not the case at Norristown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. So if you're in the market for a new car, give them a chance. Call them at 610-539-7635 or do what I did. Go to their website, norristownchryslerdodge.com. And if you make your way into the dealership, tell them Bill Colorillo said what's up.
Start your morning off right with some coffee and Kincade Salciunas.
You don't want to be bored on your way to work or school, so do yourself a favor and tune in and listen to John, Andrew, and Connor. Kincade and Salciunas every weekday from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-705-9484. 800-705-9484. 800-705-9484.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for Mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
It's open enrollment time at Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. Already enrolled through Penny? Plans and prices change every year, so update your info, shop for plans, and stay covered. Don't have coverage? Visit penny.com. Plans cover a wide range of medical services and free preventative care. Plus, we're here to help. Enroll by December 15th. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars, because you're worth protecting.
The Philadelphia 76ers play here. Every game, home and away, we have the play-by-play tonight. For fans of the fine life, Corona, official partner of the 76ers. This is the exclusive home for Sixers basketball. 97.5, The Fanatic. This is Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo.
Unapologetic Philly sports talk. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All right, welcome back into Unfiltered. If you miss any of the show, remember we podcast every single segment. So make sure you're subscribed to Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo on any podcast platform you get your podcast. You could fast forward. They timestamp everything. So I know 4 hours sometimes may be difficult to listen to, but you don't want to miss a minute of this show, Ricky Bo, especially when you and I are battling like we were earlier. And I want to get back to that conversation because we started the show asking the question why Nick Sirianni doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. There's a lot of fans out there who immediately go to the head coach and ridicule and say he's a clown and have no faith or confidence that they're going to be able to figure it out when you look at the track record the last 4.5 seasons, and, man, there's been a lot of good. I mean, we've made the case before. We're in the golden era of Philadelphia Eagles football. But yet the coach doesn't get lumped into that. We talk about Roseman. We talk about Fangio. Never talk about the head coach as being a part of that. And a lot of people were angry yesterday, Ricky, because they want a change at play caller. And when Sirianni was asked, he shut it right down. Here was the head coach.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I think we always are always looking for answers. As coaches, we're always looking for answers, and we're never into assigning blame. It's just looking for answers. And I think what sometimes can happen is it's like, it's just this. Well, it's not just that, and it's every piece of the puzzle: coaching, playing, execution, scheme, everything. We got to be better in all of those aspects. And so yesterday, I thought Kevin did a good job of calling it. Obviously he's going to want plays back, just like every player and myself. We all want plays back.
All right. See, that's him saying there were some play calls that weren't good.
I'm sure
at the end. But what he's trying to do is place blame on everybody because in Nick's theory, we win together, we lose together. I think that's the way it should be done by the head coach. This is why he's the CEO head coach, by giving those types of answers right there. Why? Because it takes everybody off the hook. It takes pressure off of certain people that may have pressure on them right now. And what he's trying to say, and this may even have been a message to Kevin Patullo, we're all in this together. We're all on the same page here. Let's just try to kind of move forward and get everybody going on that same page and kind of everybody clicking. It just hasn't happened. No, I mean, it's a long time for it not to happen.
No, you're right. Look, I think the frustrations with the offense are fair.
By the way, the only reason they have this leeway, per se, is because of last year.
Yeah, but isn't that...
No. I'm just saying.
But I agree with you. But shouldn't they?
No.
That's the whole point.
Well, I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the way they got to it last year, the way they got to the offense. You think about the first 4 games last year. Nothing was really going right in those 4 games.
A lot of turnovers.
Then they hit what? They hit the bye week. They come back, and slowly but surely the offense looked a lot better. Now they found an identity in it being a running offense. I think they may have tried. I think what they may have seen early on this season, that maybe the passing game isn't our way into this. Let's try to reinvent the way we ran the football last year and see if that works, and that could be an identity of ours, and that has failed.
Yeah, and I don't believe, though, that the reason the running game's not working is because of Nick. I don't even think it's because of Kevin Patullo.
No, we know why.
It's because the offensive line is banged up. Well, I know a lot of people have been weighing in on their opinion on the text board because I wanted to get to the bottom of why there's a big majority of fans that don't give Sirianni the benefit, that don't look at him as a coach that has unprecedented success. I mean, you look at what he's done in 4.5 seasons. He has the best winning percentage of any active head coach. The Eagles have the best winning percentage regular season and playoffs dating back to 2023 with Sirianni as your head coach. But yet, people still refer to him as, what does he do? He's a clown. He doesn't do anything. And I want to get to the bottom of it. So hit us up on the text board. Send your voice memos, 610-632-0975. What do we got, Sil?
All right, do you want some that are more so on that or some that don't really understand the hate for Sirianni right now?
Let's get one. We've been hearing a lot of negativity. Let's get one that's a positive for Nick.
Okay. Chris says the hate on Sirianni doesn't make sense here. He isn't the one making the calls, isn't the one on the field, and nowhere is the offense his issue. He's a motivated coach, not getting the best out of his players this year. That's his problem, but that's not a firing issue. It's just an issue that needs to get fixed and won't until the offseason. It's going to be a down year, unfortunately.
Listen, I think it's fair to point out that Sirianni did not have a good game against the Cowboys. When you get 14 penalties, which is tied for the most ever under Nick Sirianni, I think you got to go back to his first game ever as a head coach. That is on the head coach. So it's fair to point that out. Man, Sirianni, bad game for him. I think it's also fair to point out that he's made some questionable in-game decisions over the last couple of weeks. Some questionable clock management decisions in that Cowboys game, in the Packers game, in the Lions game. But it doesn't mean that he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. That's kind of what I'm saying is like, you could be critical. I think it's fair to be objectively critical. But there's people, and I'm seeing them on Twitter, who are just proving my point for me, going over the top aggressive, saying, how could you defend this guy? He's a clown. He doesn't do anything. Like, that's where I don't understand it when the guy just won you a Super Bowl and went back in 2022 to the Super Bowl. And when I say it's probably a vocal minority, let's check our Twitter poll, because I was surprised when the numbers came in earlier where we were asking, should he get the benefit of the doubt? Twitter poll still up, still?
It's still up.
Twitter poll always up, thanks to Dr. Avi Donapel of Iron Mountain Men's Health. All right, what is that at?
All right, it's changed a little bit. Has Nick Sirianni earned the benefit of the doubt, yes or no? 64% now have voted yes, with 36% saying no. So it's went down 2% for no.
All right, now you're reading all these texts that are coming in, and big thank you to everybody who's engaging with the show. It's the opposite on the text board, isn't it?
It is probably 95% negative.
All right, let's get a negative text in. What are people saying about why he shouldn't get the benefit of the doubt?
All right, so we have this texter. Let me find it real quick because they're – all right, here we go. I think the issue is with Nick, he doesn't bring anything definitive to the table. If he could grab the reins and take over either side, he would get more acknowledgement. But most casual fans think that he doesn't do anything that directly helps the team.
That's exactly my whole point.
And
that's how people think.
Along those same lines, as you're reading that, a guy tweets at us, Philly Green. He says, because casual fans blame all the problems on the head coach and give him zero praise for the team's success. It's always the GM and the players when they win and the coach when they lose. Wow, this is aggressive. The fan base has become lazy and entitled, is what this person's saying. But I do think that is the easiest argument to make. And it's not necessarily casual fans. It's just the easiest thing to do is that when things are going wrong, you're not going to want to blame your favorite players, right? People aren't going to want to look and say, Jalen can play a little better, or, the offensive line can play a little better. Saquon can play a little better. The easy thing to do is, no, it's not the athlete that I love. It's the head coach's fault. I think that's an easy thing to do.
Who else would you blame? And I'm telling you, they don't think he does anything.
So then that leads me to this.
And his press conferences suck.
If he doesn't if he doesn't do anything, then how's he responsible for the losses?
I'm just telling you.
That's the question that people can't answer for me.
Because he doesn't do anything, they're mad at him.
Yeah, but if you don't give him credit when they win, how can we blame them when they lose?
By the way, you keep looking at me like this is the way I feel. I'm
hate
just
him.
telling. That's so untrue. The whole point is,
I'm the smartest coach in the world.
See, that's a cocky thing to say.
Oh, my God.
We all fertilize. I'm the dumbest coach in the world.
Is that one better for you?
It doesn't do anything for me, any of them. So, I mean, my whole main point here is I think when he decided to do the quote-unquote CEO job, number one, that's a bad title to give yourself. or for somebody to give you.
That's just what they call it. He never came out and said,
I
I'm a CEO.
understand that, but tell me it's a good thing to call yourself. It's not. Nobody likes a CEO unless you are the CEO.
That's not true.
Really?
Yeah.
Love to hear this.
That's not true at all. When I had the law firm, me and my partner were the CEOs of the firm. I don't think anybody would look at us and say we hated it. Well, maybe I'm being naive.
You haven't fired people that loved you?
You got to make tough decisions.
And they hated you, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
Yes, 100% they did. Don't give yourself this extra credit for firing somebody. You fire somebody, I'll guarantee you they can't stand you.
Not if it's done the right way.
You're wrong.
Not if it's done the right way.
You're wrong, Bill.
Okay.
And by
They
the way,
may
you're
not
talking
say
about a
it.
company with how many people in it? 6?
40.
40 people. But what did it start with?
Yeah, we went from 2 to 40. And
Okay.
during that time,
And you're calling yourself a CEO.
but during that time,
I'm talking like CEO. You think about big companies, not your company.
well, there's CEOs in any industry.
Not
There's people who
Colorado
run
and friends.
There's people who run things. What I'm saying is that when you're a CEO, like a head coach, he didn't give himself that title. That's just what they refer to him. But I think there's some fans who have a misunderstanding about what a head coach does, in addition to then just calling plays on game day.
I get that.
Sirianni is involved in the offense. He is involved. We hear it all the time.
Right, but all they hear is, well, Patullo's doing all this, so it's either his fault and then people will say, well, Sirianni probably had his hands in it, so now it's his fault.
Yeah, but it's only when things go wrong.
Yeah, but Nick also says when things go wrong, I'm responsible.
But
so who do you want them to go after?
Here's the frustrating thing that I have with some of the fans.
And they're not going after the
Even
players.
this year, let's just go to the Rams game. When they looked bad in the first half, it was Sirianni and Patullo's fault. And then when they looked good in the second half, the question was it Jalen Hurts calling the plays? Must have been Jalen calling the plays in the second half. It's like we have this weird thing, and I don't think it's just Philadelphia. I think it's fans in general, that when things go right, the players get all the praise, and when things go wrong, we blame the coaches.
Yes.
When there's probably a healthy balance when both things happen.
The only sport that it's not like that is basketball here.
Yeah, here it's always Joel's fault.
Yeah, always
It's
Embiid's fault.
Well, now people hated Doc Rivers too.
You don't know basketball.
They did,
right? They
Nick
didn't.
Nurse hasn't gotten much wrath.
I know. I said jury's still out on Nurse. I've said that before. All right, look, we'll continue this conversation. I know a lot of people weighed in on the text board. We'll get back to it. One person's mad at me because I made a negative comment about Jeff Stoutland. We will get to that one because I'm very curious
that's gonna be good.
where that's going to be. But coming up next, like we do every day at 4 o'clock, a little Give Me More at 4 with Silvana. She is back to take it over. That's enough of Patricia Caputo doing my segment. So she's back. Don't let us down, Sil.
Because I'm back.
Don't let us down. Caputo did a good job yesterday.
Have I ever?
All right, give me more at 4. Coming up next, Unfiltered, 97.5, The Fanatic, NBC Sports, Philadelphia.
Black Friday deals going on all month long at Barlow Buick GMC of Woodbury. The best deals of the year, they're happening right now. So don't wait on the car or truck you've been dreaming about for a long time. Go get it now. This is the time to upgrade. Barlow Buick GMC, they have financing as low as 0% on select GMC Sierras or 0.9% on many new Buick models for well-qualified buyers. Whether you're looking for power and capability or premium comfort and style, Barlow Buick GMC, they have the vehicle that fits your life. And at Barlow Buick GMC, family-owned truly means something. You'll get honest prices, dedicated service. Barlow Buick has built their reputation on trust, service, and making sure you drive away happy. Isn't that a great thought process? Experience the difference at Barlow Buick GMC on Mantua Pike. It's right there in Woodbury, New Jersey. Take a test drive. Talk to John Barlow and his expert team. And if you can't make it in, you could browse their entire inventory, check current specials, and even start your purchase online anytime at barlowautogroup.com. Buick, exceptional by design. GMC, we are professional grade.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Silvana Kelleher with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles are coming off their tough loss to the Cowboys on Sunday, and they have just a few days before they host the Bears on Friday. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio confirmed safety Sidney Brown will start for the injured Andrew Makuba. Here's Vic Fangio on Brown.
I think he's been doing a good job in practice with the reps that he does get. He's done a good job staying in tune in the meetings and the walkthroughs, and I'm excited to see how he does.
The Flyers had a tough loss of their own last night with their first shutout loss of the season. They lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They get the night off before returning tomorrow night at the Panthers. The Sixers are hosting the Orlando Magic tonight in an NBA Cup matchup. Tip-off is at 8. Hear it live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. VJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Paul George are all out. This update was brought to you by Super Shirts. You own a small business. You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon. I'm Savannah Kelleher on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
The Philadelphia 76ers are off to a fast start and surprising the NBA. Will they be able to maintain it and stay near the top of the East? Every game home and away is here. Philadelphia's radio home for Sixers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Headed to the game? Well, make DeTillo's Delicatessen your first stop. From tailgates to watch parties, DeTillo's has you covered with fresh hoagies, stacked party trays, and everything you need to keep your crew happy. Conveniently located off Rawn Street in Philadelphia, if your drive includes Roosevelt and Bustleton, there's no better place to pull over. Skip the wait. Call ahead and your order will be ready when you are. Turn every game day into a feast with DeTillo's Delicatessen, Philly's go-to for flavor since day one.
Hey guys, John Kincade here. Don't ignore that nagging pain or odd symptom, because it could be nothing or it might be something serious. Consultants in medical oncology and hematology, Dr. John Sprandio and his team are here to help. Quickly, with 3 accessible locations, including our new Mainline Cancer Center in Newtown Square, you can see an oncologist fast, get clear answers, and reduce the stress of the unknown. That's what I did. Take your health seriously and don't wait. Consultants in medical oncology and hematology. Visit cmoh.org today.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
With T-Mobile, we don't miss out on any family fiestas. Hola, mija, ¿cómo quedó el mole? It turned out great.
This holiday, switch to T-Mobile and stay connected with los tuyos. Get 4 Samsung Galaxy S25 phones with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for just $25 per line. Visit a store at T-Mobile.com or call 1-800-T-Mobile. With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials. For well-qualified customers with auto-pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits and imbalance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $800 required. Not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. and primary usage must occur on our network. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Learn how Virtua Health's lung screening and robotic bronchoscopy catch lung issues early. Watch the full Stay Well Health chat at 975thefanatic.com/Virtua.
John Marks and Ray Dunn. Reliable, enthusiastic, and informative. Philadelphia sports talk to help get you through your day. Listen to them every weekday on Middays with Marks from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. Unfiltered. Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo, Silvana Kelleher.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
A little after 4 o'clock here on Unfiltered. You're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. We broadcast live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. We'll get back to some of the big topics of the day, but every single day at 4 o'clock, we have a little fun. Hit it, Sil.
Now give me more at 4 with Silvana.
Because you can never get enough.
Give Me More 4 is brought to you by Von C Brewing Company in Norristown. Make sure to grab their super drinkable Stony Creek East Coast IPA or a classic like their OG Pills Legendary Philly Lager, a family recipe from Schmidt Brewing dating back 6 generations and a 2023 World Beer Cup winner. Visit VonCBrewing.com to find out where you can get more Von C beer today. All right, I think we're going to get a little controversial today, a little bit later in the segment. But to start things off, this one's more kind of like a public service announcement and also trying to figure out if this has happened before. So in case you didn't know, for Black Friday, the Eagles are hosting the Chicago Bears, and they are going to be wearing their black uniforms. But now, the Eagles have also made it very clear that they are encouraging all fans going to the game to wear black as well. Now, I was trying to think back if this has ever happened before based off the top of my head. Like, I'm trying to think, we used to have season tickets, me and my dad. I can't remember. Is this a frequent thing that they did with whenever they wore their black uniforms?
I don't remember.
Fans?
I don't remember a blackout.
I don't remember either. So I'm kind of intrigued. And this is going to be a 3:00 game.
In all honesty, that's usually college.
Well, usually it's a
whiteouts,
yeah.
blackouts.
I've never seen a blackout before.
No, like usually for like the Kelly Green, a lot of people obviously just choose to wear Kelly Green. But like every other game, it's kind of just, you wear whatever you want. This one, though, I'm kind of interested. Like, I wonder if they're going to, maybe have some drone footage, see what the stadium looks like all blacked out.
So I am looking up.
It's a day game.
Colleges have done blackouts.
Well, it starts at 3.
It's a day game to start.
The sun starts at like 4:50.
Right. Yeah, it'll be
like
dark.
An hour.
See, yeah, it looks like I'm looking at some colleges who have done the blackout games before. The problem is that there's not enough Eagles fans that I think own black jerseys, and you're going to still get smatterings of Kelly Green and all that. I don't think it's going to work. I know what they're asking for everybody to wear all black. I'm going to say it's not going to work. I'll let you know. I'll be at the press box.
Do you think that they're trying to maybe channel something right now with all the bad vibes surrounding this team, that maybe they're thinking, okay, if we do a theme and maybe we have everyone in a cohesive,
No, I don't think.
I think it's Black Friday and they're doing the uniform.
I don't think it has anything to do with the coaching staff at all. I think this is just their promotions team.
No, I don't think about the coaching staff, but I just think in general, it's just funny timing. The fact that, back in black for Black Friday, but it also comes at a super controversial time in the team. I just think it's.
But if you want to play that game, I mean, the Chicago Blackhawks are already doing it.
Oh, they did all black too?
They're having a blackout game November 28th and November 30th.
Now, because the Eagles.
November 30th don't make any sense.
As you're talking about hockey, because the Eagles are having a Black Friday game, it's the first time the Flyers are not going to play at home on Black Friday in like 20-something years, I think, dude.
Right.
Wow.
Because they always would host that Black Friday game. Usually
like a
against
midday game,
yeah.
too.
Usually against the Rangers, they would play a lot of games against.
Yeah, I've definitely been to one or two.
So have I. They're going to have to go on the road for the first time in a long time. All right, what else you got, Sil?
All right, next I'm going to play something, and this is from one of Ricky Bo's favorite teams. This is UConn's head coach. We'll talk about it, and it's also kind of going to segue into our last story as well.
We're going to celebrate our Thanksgiving on Wednesday as a team. We're going to eat what's in the turkey? No. What makes people sleepy? Tryptophan. So we're not going to eat the tryptophan on Thursday and be sluggish as on Friday. So we're going to eat the tryptophan, the turkey and everything on Wednesday so that all the tryptophan is out of our system by the time we get to MSG.
So that's UConn basketball coach Dan Hurley. I think that is hilarious, but I am co-signing this message on not eating a lot of turkey because turkey sucks, okay? I am tired of acting like turkey
can we
is
turn
good.
her mic off?
It is horrible. I don't have turkey on Thanksgiving. The only way it's good is if
Why
it's
is she
deep fried.
talking?
It is absolutely horrible.
Why is she talking?
You always need a condiment on it. You need like hot sauce, cranberry sauce, gravy.
It's called
you need
gravy.
Something. Ham is 10 times better. It is the most
First of all,
perfect
she just offended
of
me.
entrees.
I can't
I don't care
believe
if I
that.
offended you.
Here's the bigger problem here with Silvana, because she's revealed this before.
What?
Not only does she not like turkey, she doesn't even provide it for their Thanksgiving meal.
Because we don't like it.
I think that's terrible.
Then you shouldn't celebrate the holiday.
Why?
Because it's a big part of the holiday. It's
It's about giving thanks. It's not about us,
The
silly
turkey,
little turkey.
the turkey is what makes
So
Thanksgiving.
you've never had turkey for Thanksgiving?
Turkey is the worst thing
That's
on the
not what I
table,
asked.
so it certainly
Not
does
what
not
I
make
asked.
Thanksgiving.
Not what I asked. Did you ever have turkey for Thanksgiving?
I'm sure I did. I'd have to text my mom, but not
so
in recent
probably
years.
like all the years growing
Oh,
up
no,
was
I did.
turkey.
I did
All right, but-
because we had deep fried turkey one year. That was the only time
Let me
I
ask you a
liked it.
serious question. Do you eat chicken?
Yes.
So is turkey that much different than chicken?
Turkey, I find turkey is drier.
Well, then here's the problem, and I don't want to offend your mom. It's just because no one's cooked it the right way for you.
No.
Turkey's not supposed to be dry.
No, it's just like not that.
It's not
like,
supposed to be dry.
I always need something on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I need gravy or
What do you put on?
something.
What do you put on your chicken? You don't season it?
No, I season the heck out of my
That's what I'm
chicken.
saying. So if you season your turkey and you cook it the right way, it's not dry at all.
No, but it's also just like a running thing. Like even like with like the lunch meat, like the sandwich, like the turkey. I don't
That's
like
amazing,
that
turkey
either.
breast.
No, it's horrible.
This is all right. Listen, I need
I'm
the people.
disgusted.
I gotta ask the text board here.
I'm glad I disgusted you.
Should
Yeah, you
Silvana be allowed to celebrate Thanksgiving if she's this anti-turkey? They don't even have a turkey on their damn table. I need a ruling on this. 610-632-0975.
You guys are really not going to like what I have to say.
Hit us
next
up on
then.
the text board. All right, what else you got?
Since we have 2 days before Thanksgiving, and we're only on today and tomorrow, so I wanted to take the liberty.
We were
of-
on yesterday too.
Okay, thanks, Ricky. I was not there, so here we are. I wanted to talk about which sides are very overrated on Thanksgiving and maybe start a little war. I'm going to go first.
You already
Pumpkin
started a war.
pie is horrible.
That's not a side. It's a dessert.
Well, that's part of it.
And it's not
a
horrible.
side.
This is getting worse and worse. We may have to
hate
end this
pumpkin
segment.
pie.
This may be the last Give Me More For we ever do.
I'm disgusted.
She hates
All right,
turkey.
come on,
she
give your
hates
side.
pumpkin pie.
You said one side?
Yeah, just give like a
Like
dessert.
turnips suck.
Who is eating turnips on Thanksgiving? I meant
My
like
mother
a common
loves
one.
turnips, if that's okay.
I meant like a common one.
I'm
I
seeing
like
red
mashed
right now.
potatoes.
I'm
I like
infuriated
stuffing.
right now.
I like corn. I like asparagus.
There's-
I like broccoli. So I don't know what side.
What about green bean casserole? You like that?
Don't have it.
I love green bean casserole.
Your taste in food is terrible.
It is pathetic.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
terrible.
really is.
One time, actually, I think we had some type of like steak for Thanksgiving because we all hate turkey that
You
much.
can have steak every day. You know what the
I do
whole
have
thing
steak
is?
at
The
one point.
preparation,
But you can't
the
have-
scents in the air
You
from.
can't have steak in place of turkey on
No,
Thanksgiving.
doesn't
Why?
make
You can't
10
have
times better.
ham in place of turkey for
It's
Thanksgiving.
so much better. It goes with the mashed potatoes and like every other side, so much better ham.
I've never been more frustrated in my
Ham
life.
sucks.
Ham is phenomenal.
Well, to you, I think it's just straight.
I'm not a big
to me,
fan.
it's straight salt.
That's one that I could just eat straight up as well.
Well, I don't eat salt.
I'm not a big fan
Oh,
of
we
ham.
know that you don't eat.
But listen, here's the problem that I have more with your hate of turkey. How many people, where are you going for Thanksgiving?
I'm going to Tommy's house for food.
All right, so Tommy's
and then
parents.
dessert, yes.
How many people are going to be there?
Probably like upwards of 20.
Okay, and you're telling me that none of the
turkey.
20 people want turkey? They're
I
not
don't
going to
know.
have turkey?
This is my first Thanksgiving going there. I
Oh,
don't
they'll
know.
have turkey.
I don't
Tommy, please put an end to this. Put an
I
end to
don't
the
think-
madness
I
and the
think that-
insanity.
I'm going to plead. Please, Tommy, yes.
They have. Wait, remember I asked Tommy this before because of a Ask Us Anything? I think they have both ham
You
and
just said-
turkey. Remember?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
This is our first. That's the first time we spent Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you need to have turkey on the table because there's going to be more than just you there. So the 19 other people deserve to have the
I
turkey.
mean,
on the
I
table.
can use it as like a boat for my other sides, but that's about as far as it's going to go on my
right.
little thing.
To finish this up, though, you asked me the most overrated side.
Yes.
I'm not going to answer it because I do like all the sides, but I will say this. There is no need for anyone to take a picture of their plate on Thanksgiving and post it because other than Silvana, we're all eating the same thing.
Okay, fair.
I that's one of my biggest things that annoys me is everyone takes a picture of their plate and posts it like we all don't have turkey and mashed potato
you know what, when
and
people-
stuffing.
You know what you do when people just delete them?
I don't need to see everybody else's
You really
meal.
care who
I got the same
sends
thing
out-
you have.
See, I won't even go on Thanksgiving.
Anyway,
I
all
will
right.
not be on these on Thanksgiving.
I usually say, great job, Silvana. I refuse to say great job today.
Then I've done my job.
You have
as I wanted
infuriated
to.
us.
That was my goal.
Can you believe she came in here wanting to piss us off today?
I did.
Man,
I was thinking
she
about
knew
what I
the
could
turkey
do.
thing was going to get us going, too, because she said this
So
before and we
wrong.
got upset.
So wrong.
And and all of that was truthful from me as well.
All right.
Just to let you know.
Silvana reads the text.
There's a lot.
Bombard her with texts.
There's a lot already. We got like 50 texts already just from me saying that.
Yes. Go after her. Make her read every single one of them. All right. We'll get to some of your texts about Turkey coming up. No, great job, Silvana, as always.
Thank you.
I refuse.
That's all right, Ricky.
All right. So coming up next, I want to get back.
You did okay.
I want to get back to the big question of the day about Nick Sirianni and whether or not he's earned the benefit of the doubt. And the reason that this whole conversation was sparked, not only what I was seeing on social media, but what I was listening to on our own morning show. So I'll let you hear what Andrew Salciunas and John Kincade had to say today about Nick Sirianni, and then we'll get to some of your texts about whether or not he has earned the benefit of the doubt. A lot more to get into on Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia. Let me tell you about FanDuel, too, because this Thanksgiving, FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge, is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. It's pretty cool. Here's how it works. You start a group build, you add your pick, and then you pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. And when everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds, because football's better when it's played and bet together. And now to make it even better, everyone will get a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So everybody can win money together. I'm looking at that Lions-Packers game. Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown, not a bad way to start the leg off. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Just visit FanDuel.com/winning. That's FanDuel.com/winning to get it started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 or older. Present in Pennsylvania. Opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
John Marks and Ray Dunn. Your middays will never be the same again.
The show for the people.
Middays with Marks. Every weekday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Right here on 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
The Philadelphia 76ers play here. Every game, home and away. We have the play-by-play tonight. For fans of the fine life, Corona, official partner of the 76ers. This is the exclusive home for Sixers basketball. 97.5, The Fanatic. The real, the raw, the loyal, the Philly, the love, the hate, the passion, the unfiltered. Here again is Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All right, welcome back into Unfiltered. Silvana just caused quite a stir during Give Me More at 4, saying that turkey is overrated And she doesn't have it even on the table on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and she's getting blasted.
Blasted?
Not fully.
Really? There's a guy here on Twitter. You want to read it, or do I want to read this?
Which one? There's a lot of them on Twitter.
Joe Grebel.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one.
I have known Tommy's dad my entire life. 1,000%. They have a turkey as part of Thanksgiving.
All right, it's over. Argument over.
Remember I told you guys that they have both.
Now, argument over. Some other people are saying, I have to agree with Bill and Ricky. Your taste in food sucks, Silvana.
I know some people said I'll be grateful if I never hear her food takes again.
Sil just lost almost all of her cool points with the turkey remarks. Silvana said somebody on the text board said, bring the girl back from yesterday.
Yes.
Oh. Patricia's out there. Should we do
Patricia
a quick
is
switch?
here.
No, but there are some people supporting you.
There are.
Some people
That's
supporting
all right.
you.
I
Hey.
wasn't looking for support.
Yeah,
I just wanted
you
to.
knew you were going to get us irritated. And you know who else probably knew they were going to get me irritated? John Kincade and Andrew Salciunas this morning. So I'm listening to their show this morning, and I thought I was done having to defend Nick Sirianni after he won a Super Bowl last year. But it's not only the guys in the morning. I've seen it on social media as well, that the 8-3 football team that plays in this city right now hasn't looked great over the last 3 weeks. I get it. Even though they're 2-1 in the last 3, they have not looked great offensively, and there's a lot of people who will not give the benefit of the doubt to the head coach. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of why today. So I want to hear from our listeners why, if you're one of the fans that will not give the benefit of the doubt to a head coach who has been to the playoffs every year that he's coached, 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls, best winning percentage in the NFL since 2023, best winning percentage of active head coaches, best winning percentage we've seen in the Super Bowl era behind only John Madden and George Allen. Why won't you give the guy the benefit of the doubt? Well, John Kincade this morning was not happy that Nick Sirianni said he has not considered making a change at play caller. Here was John Kincade.
If he has not even considered making a change, then Nick Sirianni is absolutely derelict of his duties as the leader of this football team.
No, I will say this.
What, you think he's lying?
Yeah, he's not going to stay at the podium.
Okay.
Yes, I've considered
No, wait a minute. You actually believe he's considered it? Because I don't. This is where we're going to disagree. I think he's one of those incredibly loyal guys.
Sure.
That is just going to dump, and also doesn't want to admit he's wrong. He is one of those guys that is just going to double down on, I'm going to be right, I'm going to be right, I made the right call.
Unless
I got to tell you something. I'm on Andrew's side right there. I think Andrew's 100% correct.
Yeah, he's lying.
Nick's not going to run out here and say, hey, you know what? You guys are right. The press is right. The media is right. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go back in the office and fire Patullo right now. How's that?
He's not going to come out and say it. But this is what's bothering me. So John says, he's derelict of his duties. He's a guy who refuses to admit he's wrong. He's just going to double down and double down and double down because he doesn't want to admit he's wrong. And this is why it leads me to, is that really where we're going with this head coach? Like, I've seen a guy in Nick Sirianni that has shown an ability to admit that he is wrong. I mean, let's just go back to the years he's been the head coach. In 2021, he started out as the play caller. Gave it up. Gave it to Shane Steichen. That brought him all the way to the playoffs, and then the following year to a Super Bowl. 2023, they hired Brian Johnson. They fired Brian Johnson. Now, he admitted, I'm wrong. I'm going to move on from Brian Johnson. Last year, we know at the bye week, they made a big change, a big shift in how they operated the offense. The offensive lineman came in, open door policy, said, hey, coach, we should start doing X, Y, and Z. We should start running the ball more. He did. Like, I don't look at Sirianni as being a guy who is this my way or the highway. I think what's made him so good over the 4.5 seasons he's been here is he's the exact opposite of that. He's a guy who has shown a willingness to change, who has shown a willingness to do things differently. And when we look at the success he's had, why aren't we giving him the same benefit of the doubt that we give Howie and Vic and everybody
by the
else?
way, you say successes. Oh, it's easy to work off of success. He's had some failures when he tried to jump in as the OC at times and tried to make play calls. That didn't work very well for him, did it? And he was able to take that step back, change his ways of being a head coach now, and you call it a CEO-type coach. I mean, he's a guy that oversees everybody. Is that the best way to look at what he does now? He kind of oversees the defense, oversees the special teams, oversees the offense, oversees the defense. He's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. Is that what they would call a CEO coach?
No, I don't think that's a fair
What is he
analogy.
the master of then?
I think he's the master of the entire football team. Like he is the master of a Super Bowl champion football team.
Master of being a manager.
Yeah, but he is managing everything.
Yes.
And when we look at a football team that won 16 of 17 games last year, I went through the stats with you about how they have the best winning percentage since 2023. You don't do that if you're not a great head coach. You don't do that if you don't have your guys ready to play every single week. That is not an easy thing to do. There's a reason why there's been coaches in the past who've had a lot of talent who have never reached the level of success that Sirianni has reached. No other coach has done what he's done to start a career like this. It's insane what he's doing. And the fact that we don't look at him as being one of the better coaches in the NFL is still troublesome to me. I still have a hard time of understanding why fans don't view him that way.
I've already told you why. Because, number one, you get labeled. That is a statement that I will stick to. You get labeled immediately, and I think he was labeled immediately, and it wasn't in a positive way when he first came over to Philadelphia. A lot of fans do not let that go. A lot of fans do not just throw that in the garbage. They keep that with them so that when something negative happens, what happens? Boom, they jump right back on that.
You're right. First impressions can be lasting impressions. But this is also part of my question. What else do you need to see this guy do for us to stop allowing the first impression to linger? Like, if there's any other coach, and again, I keep making the comparison to Andy Reid, because Andy Reid now is at the point in his career, and I get it, he's won more Super Bowls, but he's at the point in his career where he's usually going to get the benefit of the doubt. A lot of these coaches are going to get the benefit of the doubt. When does Sirianni get there? Like, when does he get there? And I've seen people moving the goalposts constantly. Like last year, coming into the season, the reason why I started getting accused of being related to him is I defended him and said he shouldn't have been fired. And all season long, I would be battling with people. And it was, unless they win a Super Bowl, he's got to be fired. Unless they do this, he's got to be fired. They had one of the most dominant seasons in the history of the NFL. Not just the history of the Eagles franchise, the history of the NFL with him as the head coach.
Okay.
And we still don't give him credit.
And that's fine and dandy. But expectations are something that change along with your team changing. The expectations of the Philadelphia Eagles are to get back to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't say winning the Super Bowl because I don't think people are that dumb that they just walk into a Super Bowl and win. No, you're going to listen this time.
But you can't win the Super Bowl in November.
Right, but when the expectations go up to getting to a Super Bowl, you don't expect the offense to look like this through 11 weeks.
But they're 8-3. You can't win the Super Bowl on November 25th. So I get, yes, the expectation should be a Super Bowl. But the fact that we don't view Sirianni as, you know what, I'm going to trust that he's going to get us there. We look at him as he's a clown. He's not going to be able to make the right decisions. He hired Patullo, which was a failure. It's all his fault.
Was everybody happy with the Phillies going into the playoffs? Was everybody happy? Because they won the National League East
You're comparing apples and oranges.
No, I'm not.
Rob
it's
Thompson,
the expectations.
He's never won a World Series. He's never won a World Series.
Expectations. The expectations for the Philadelphia Phillies were to win the World Series.
But he has never. All of the criticism directed towards Rob Thompson should be fair because they went less and less far in the postseason 3 years in a row. That has not been the case with Sirianni. They went to a Super Bowl. Then they had a down season, and then they won a damn Super Bowl.
See, with your baby attitude, what I'm trying to tell you is that I don't think either manager or head coach, should have those expectations on them. As long as they're putting a good product on the field every week. That's what it should be about.
No, I disagree with you, though. I think Thompson deserved to be criticized when they come up short. Because it's been 3 straight years.
So because Nick won, it's fine.
Yes. That's exactly what it means.
You're out of your mind.
Because they won the damn Super Bowl last year. He should get the benefit of the doubt this year.
I do give him a benefit of the doubt, but with the way you're putting it makes me want to go the other direction.
You know what? I'm coming after you because people don't see what happens during the breaks. I walk out of the studio right into the hallway, not even looking. I get drilled in the head with a baseball.
Dylan's mean.
Right in the temple. I almost fell to the ground.
Okay, but let's be clear. Was it an actual baseball? Because a baseball is very dense.
You're right. It wasn't a baseball.
Let's clarify.
It was a baseball that was a rubber baseball.
A puff ball. It was a puff ball.
It still hurt. Right in the temple.
It did not hurt.
Right in the temple. I can't even think clearly. So can you hold up? How many fingers you got over there? Is that 8?
I should have held up a.
I'm going to go get a real hard ball this time.
You bring it. All right, listen, here's what I want to do coming up. I want to continue this conversation
At
with
least
this
I'll be
guy.
doing the rest of the show by myself.
I want to continue the conversation with this guy.
Go hug in the.
But I also want to get some texts because I know Silvana said a lot of texts are coming in on this conversation. You just heard from John Kincade on his criticisms of Sirianni. Salciunas may have made me even angrier because I got to play for you what Salciunas was talking about the next coordinator and how Sirianni can't be involved in this one. We'll get to that coming up next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Silvana Kelleher with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles' offensive struggles continued with 24 unanswered points in Sunday's loss. Head coach Nick Sirianni said he has not thought of any coaching changes.
No, I haven't. And I think that it's never like it's just this. Well, it's not just that. And it's every piece of the puzzle, coaching, playing, execution, scheme, everything. We got to be better in all of those aspects.
The Eagles have a short week. They host the 8-3 Chicago Bears on Friday. The Flyers had their first shutout loss of the season last night, losing to the Lightning. They get the night off, then are at the Panthers tomorrow night. The Sixers are hosting the Orlando Magic tonight with tip-off at 8. BJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Paul George are all out. Catch tonight's game live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update was brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, holidays must go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come with the latest safety technology. Find incredible offers at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration. I'm Silvana Kelleher on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
The Philadelphia Flyers. Rick Tocchet has them playing tough and gritty. Will they end the playoff drought this season? Find out right here all season long. This is your radio home for Flyers hockey. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-709-7022. 800-709-7022. 800-709-7022.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The leaves will fall and the temperatures drop. Will your home be ready for the colder season? Trust our preferred pros to keep your home safe, warm, and worry-free this fall. From roofing and plumbing to window upgrades and heating system tune-ups, our trusted experts are ready to help. Call Preferred Pros today.
Clogged drains, leaking sinks, no hot water? Ace Hardware Home Services has got you covered. Schedule fast expert plumbing service at acehardwarehomeservices.com.
Landis Block transforms your backyard into a dream oasis. Visit landisbc.com to start envisioning your paradise today. From paving to landscaping, Landis Block, your backyard, your paradise.
Cut your energy bills with geothermal from Water Furnace, New Jersey. With new state incentives and a 30% federal tax credit, now's the time to save. Waterfurnace.com/New Jersey.
Check out Preferred Pros today. This paid program is sponsored by businesses highly rated by actual customers. For more details, visit 975thefanatic.com.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Black Friday deals are going on all month long at Barlow Buick GMC of Woodbury. The best deals of the year are happening now, so don't wait on the car of your dreams. Take advantage of financing as low as 0% on select Sierras or 0.9% on many Buick models for well-qualified buyers. At Barlow Buick GMC, you'll find honest prices and dedicated service. Go to Barlow Buick GMC in Woodbury or online at barlowautogroup.com. Buick, exceptional by design. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, it's John Kincade. You know, when it comes to cancer care, time matters. That's why I trust Dr. Sprandio and the consultants in medical oncology and hematology right here in Delco. They schedule appointments fast, so you're not left waiting and worrying. You get personalized care, top-tier oncologists, and offices that are easy to get to with free parking. It's no hassle. Visit their new location at the Mainline Cancer Center in Newtown Square or go to CMOH.org. That's CMOH.org. Your team for expert, compassionate cancer care.
The real and inside story on Philly sports is here. And it's powered by Lundy Law, your injury lawyers. Visit LundyLaw.com.
That's LundyLaw.com.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. There's nothing fake about this sports talk.
Now back to Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Welcome back into Unfiltered. Nick Sirianni, does he deserve the benefit of the doubt from this fan base? It doesn't seem like everybody is on board with giving a Super Bowl winning head coach the benefit of the doubt. There's a lot of questioning going on right now. And although I understand some of the frustration with the offense, why aren't we giving the head coach the benefit of the doubt? Saying, hey, you know what? He's going to figure this out. Look at his track record. Look what he's done. So I want to get to some texts. I want to play an audio clip of Andrew Salciunas from this morning that really got me heated. But if you were listening to Give Me More at 4, Ricky and I lost our minds because Silvana said she hates turkey. She doesn't have turkey on Thanksgiving. Went on this long rant. A lot of people waiting on the text board. You know what I want, Ricky? I want some voice memos. I want some people giving their opinion to Silvana for We Hear You at 525. So send your voice memos to 610-632-0975. Tell her how you really feel.
Well, it is kind of funny. You and I get destroyed all the time. It's time for her to take the brunt of this.
Yes. Got some thick skin. Let's go.
Bring it. You know what else?
She's brought an attitude.
You know what else has thick skin? A delicious turkey breast.
Yes, it does.
I thought the skin was thin.
I don't know. I think it may be thin. You may be right. All right. Nick Sirianni has had to have thick skin. You see that little transition?
That's true.
He's had to have thick skin. I want to get some texts in a second, but here's what really got me angry. So I'm listening to Andrew Salciunas this morning, and they're just ripping the head coach. I mean, Kincaid's talking about how he's, what did he say? Derelict in his duties. He can't admit he's wrong. He keeps doubling down, blah, blah, blah. And then Salciunas takes it another step, talks about how when they eventually move on from Kevin Petullo, Nick Sirianni can't be involved in the hiring process. Listen to Salciunas.
Nick Sirianni can't hire the next. It's simple.
You should never hire again, ever again.
It has just not worked.
We've had two of these that we're dealing with really talented clubs. It's ridiculous.
And I understand that it may sound unfair because he's the head coach and he should be able to have say on who he works with. Look, you want to pick the quarterbacks coach and the quality control coach and guys that you're working alongside with, sure. But when it comes to the big boy positions, I need Howie to be the one that makes the call.
All right, I have so many issues with this, and I'm sure there's people out there who are like, yeah, Salciunas is making a good point, and I want to hear from you on that. It's 610-632-0975. But why is it only when the coordinator doesn't work out that we blame the head coach, but then when the coordinator does work out, it's all Howie Roseman? This is what I keep asking. Roseman gets the benefit of the doubt on everything. Sirianni gets the benefit of the doubt on nothing. But it's also factually inaccurate to say that Sirianni's never hired a good coordinator because he hired the best offensive coordinator this team has had in the Sirianni regime, Shane Steichen. Shane Steichen was by far the best coordinator. Jalen Hurts had his best season ever as a quarterback under Shane Steichen in 2022. That offense was very good, both running the football, throwing the football. Shane Steichen worked under Sirianni in San Diego. Sirianni was the quarterback's coach. Steichen was the quality control coach. So Sirianni went, got him, and brought him.
Brought him
But
in.
we don't give him credit for that one.
He ended up as a head coach.
We don't
and
give him
he's doing
credit.
a pretty nice job where he is right now, too.
But we don't give him credit for that.
Yes, he does get credit. From me, he does.
Not from a lot of people. It's he hired Brian Johnson. And as much as, he made the decision to bring Brian Johnson, there was nobody screaming and crying when they promoted Brian Johnson. It was the logical choice. When you go to the Super Bowl, here's what else I think people forget. When you go to the Super Bowl, a lot of the candidates are already hired. And you can't, when you're going to hire someone as an offensive coordinator, and you're the last team to be able to do it because you find out Kellen Moore's leaving after the Super Bowl, you can't make a lateral hire. You can't go to another team and hire their coordinator from their team. You'd have to find a quarterback's coach or a quality control coach, which would be very rare to elevate to coordinator. There's not that many options available when you have the level of success that the team has had.
In all honesty, I think that rule is all screwed up for the NFL. You shouldn't be able to hire anybody until after the Super Bowl.
That's a whole other argument.
It should be at least a week after the Super Bowl.
Everybody. Yep. Everyone should have to wait. It's not fair that when you're in the playoffs.
Well, they do anything to give the lesser teams an advantage, a step in the right direction.
But it also bothers me that teams that are playing in the postseason, their offensive coordinator has to go do the biggest interview of their life for a head coaching job elsewhere when they're also preparing for the NFC Championship game or a divisional round game.
Jonathan Gannon, what?
Yeah, it's annoying. But I do want to get to the bottom of this, and I'm willing to listen. I'm going to stop being angry and stop yelling because I've been yelling at Ricky too. And I want to listen to people who, if you're one of those people that won't give him the benefit of the doubt, talking about the head coach, I want to hear why it's different than the benefit of the doubt that you give Roseman or the benefit of the doubt that you give Vic Fangio or even Jeff Stoutland. Because I said earlier that when we look at this rushing attack as not being successful, why don't we ask what Stoutland's doing? We give him all the credit when the offensive line looks good, but why don't we point the finger at him when the offensive line looks bad? It immediately goes to Patullo and Sirianni. Someone got mad at me at that, Ricky. Do you have that text? What was that text about Stoutland?
Yeah, I have it actually right here. So someone said, I can't believe you are throwing Jeff Stoutland under the bus, defending someone that doesn't need defending. Stoutland has been here through all the Super Bowls, all the playoff appearances, has been the coach of the offensive line that's been regarded as the best line in the NFL. Not this year.
All right, first of all, not throwing Stoutland under the bus. I'm using him to make a point, and you just made it for me to that texter, and thank you for the text. You're giving Stoutland the benefit of the doubt. You're saying he's been here for all these postseason wins. He's been here for all these Super Bowls. So is Nick. Nick has been here for the last 5 seasons, and they've won more games than they've ever won in a 5-year span. Like, what are we talking about here? And again, you want to stick up for Stoutland. I get it. Stoutland's an amazing coach. But you could also acknowledge the offensive line's not playing well. But we'll jump over Stoutland. And the running game's not working. Well, it's not Stoutland, not the run game coordinator. Oh, no. It's that clown head coach. It's Kevin Patullo. They're the reason that the running game's not working. We pick and choose as a fan base who we defend and who we blame. And Stoutland and Roseman are blameless. Sirianni and Patullo are going to be creditless. Is that a word? Is creditless? Is that a word? All right, look, coming up, I want to continue this conversation. We'll get to more of your texts. You could still weigh in, 610-632-0975. I want to hear more texts, but I also want to play for you what Peter Schrager said on ESPN today, because he said something really, really interesting about why this Eagles offense might look the way it looks. We'll get to that coming up next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports, Philadelphia.
Whether you're at the job site, sitting in your cubicle, or even working from home, you need something entertaining to listen to.
Middays with Marks is just the solution.
Every weekday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
No, you didn't. You did not.
Yes, I did. Do you like it?
Oh, I love it.
At Bonari Jewelers, you know us for our stunning showrooms with dazzling colored gemstones and diamonds, all set in spectacular bracelets, earrings, pendants, and rings. It's where you'll find world-class designers and unparalleled selections at the most competitive pricing. But we're actually best known for, let's just say, the sounds of the season. when you give that special something from Benari Jewelers.
It's from Benari. You listened.
Yeah, Santa came through.
Throughout the holidays, it's an unmistakable sound.
Stop it. Is this what I think it is? Benari?
It's the sound of the season every time a woman opens that signature yellow box. So this holiday, make sure it's from Benari. Benari Jewelers, 2 showrooms, Exton and Newtown Square. Online at BenariJewelers.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-709-7022. 800-709-7022. 800-709-7022.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Len Lundy of Lundy Law.
And I'm Jordan Lundy. We hope you're never the victim of a rideshare accident, but if you should suffer an injury, we'll get you the compensation you deserve.
Remember our name, Lundy Law. Your injury lawyer.
Visit LundyLaw.com.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Pennsylvania.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the possibilities. Like possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Now's the time to get the gear to rep your favorite station.
The Fanatic Pro Shop has a flash sale that's just in time for Cyber Monday.
T-shirts, hats, mugs, and so much more.
Get shopping now and get in time for the holidays. The Pro Shop at 975thefanatic.com.
This is Unfiltered with Ricky Bowe and Bill Colarulo.
Unapologetic Phillies sports talk. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Here's what I'll say about Kevin Patullo. He comes from that Frank Reich tree. He comes there from Nick Sirianni.
What?
When he was with Phil Rivers and they were with the Colts, they used to throw the ball all over the yard. And Sirianni and Reich likes to throw the ball. They used to do motion. You're not seeing any of it. You're seeing basically, can AJ and Devontae go one-on-one? Can they make their plays? Can Saquon break a tackle? And that's the offense. Like, this is not a guy who just woke up and was handed the job here. This is a guy who's had a career learning about offenses and designing offenses. And I don't think it's necessarily by design that this is the offense that it is. It seems like maybe this is what he thinks is their best chance to win, given what they've got at the quarterback spot.
That was Peter Schrager on ESPN. You remember Schrager used to do Good Morning Football on the NFL Network. He jumped over to ESPN. And that was an interesting comment because it is true, Ricky. As frustrated as we may have been so far this season with Patullo, it's not as if Patullo was just handed this job. Like, he's been in the NFL for 18 years. He's designed different styles of offenses. He was a part of a staff where Phillip Rivers was slinging the ball all over the place. And you hear Schrager saying in there, they're designing the offense this way probably because they think this is how the quarterback is best suited to play football, which we've heard from many places.
That's not a dazzling grade point for Jalen Hurts.
It isn't if it's meant as a negative.
How else would it be meant?
Because I look at Jalen, and we've talked about this a lot. From a pure passer standpoint, no, he doesn't necessarily match up with the Joe Burrows and the Justin Herberts of the world. But the reason that I choose Hurts, and I'm happy he's the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, is he has so many other intangibles that he brings where, yes, finding ways to win is one of them. Wanting the ball in his hands in big moments is another one. He does throw a nice deep ball. Usually, statistically, when you look at the analytics, he has one of the better deep balls in the NFL. But from a pure passer standpoint, no. So you're not going to design your offense in a similar fashion that you would have done with a Phillip Rivers or a Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow and those types of players. So I don't know. I do think some people react the way you do because you're right. Where is this a negative? Is this a slight on Hurts?
The first thing I thought was that's a negative. That's a shot at Hurts. It is. You don't see it. Why don't you see it that way?
It is. You're probably right. It probably is.
He's trying to say that the coaches think that Jalen Hurts can't get the job done the way they would want it done, so they have to go a different direction.
And here's the other interesting thing. As frustrated as people are with Patullo and they want the change of play caller, we've kind of seen this now 3 years in a row. Mm-hmm. And Patullo hasn't been the coordinator. Like last year, you were 32nd in pass attempts. The difference was you had a dominant rushing attack. You don't have that this year. Go back 3 years when Brian Johnson was the offensive coordinator. Things started out okay, and then they started to spiral out of control, and Brian Johnson got blamed. But Hurts has been the quarterback. So is this the style they want to run?
By the way, the odd thing is, like, who gets complained there? Or who gets blamed? That's a Howie thing then, because he's the one that signed him to the long term.
Yeah, and listen, I don't blame Howie. I love that Hurts is the quarterback for the intangibles that we've talked about.
He wins.
He does. He wins a lot of games. But, again, lumping Sirianni into it, I do believe Hurts and Sirianni deserve the benefit of the doubt because of the level of success we've had in this city with them at quarterback and head coach, and it doesn't seem to always be that way. And that's kind of how we started the show. Why hasn't Sirianni gotten the benefit of the doubt from the fan base? What is it about him that people will not say, yeah, you know what? I trust he's going to figure it out. And a lot of people have been giving their opinions on the text board. I want to get to some of these texts, Ricky. What do we got, Sil?
Doug Peterson won one Super Bowl and doesn't have a job right now. Just because you're a coach and win a Super Bowl doesn't mean you are good. Bill hasn't stopped saying he won a Super Bowl as his excuse.
All right, there's a huge difference between Doug Peterson and Nick Sirianni, though. Doug Peterson never got close to duplicating the success after the Super Bowl. So they win the Super Bowl in 2017. He then goes 9-7, 9-7, 4-11, loses his job. Then he goes to Jacksonville, 9-8, 9-8, 4-13. Nick Sirianni not only got you to a Super Bowl in 2022, wins a Super Bowl in 2024, has been to the playoffs 4 going on 5 seasons now, has won an insane amount of football games, has the highest winning percentage in the NFL of active NFL coaches, third most ever in the Super Bowl era. You can't say that about Dougie P. So as much as I love Doug Peterson, if I ever see him, I'm buying him a drink. He got us our first Super Bowl in this city. We'll thank him forever. He will be remembered kindly forever here. You can't make the comparison. He never was able to duplicate the success he had in 2017, ever. He was a head coach for 8 years, never got close again. I don't see the comparison with Nick Sirianni. I don't.
There is no comparison. It's completely different. I mean, you think about the way it was done with Peterson. It wasn't exactly the smoothest ride that we've ever seen. Way too many issues when he was a coach. And you know what? The lasting ability just was not there. I mean, when you can't last as a head coach and you can't keep your team, above water, there's no way you're going to last. There's no way you're going to be there for a long period of time. We saw him when he went down to the Jags. What happened down there? Not much, right?
Yeah, no, they couldn't do anything.
So it's not like he was a great coach. He was in the right place at the right time. I do believe Sirianni is a really good coach and understands how to motivate his players.
All right, let's get one more text in here, Silvana. What we got?
All right, you want a positive one?
Whatever you feel like throwing at us.
Fans should get off of Sirianni. He's done an amazing job, almost unprecedented. Players need to stop making mistakes and play like professionals.
It is unprecedented within Philadelphia, 100%. He is the best head coach that has ever come through here.
Yeah, he's already passed Andy.
Yes,
because Andy never won you a Super Bowl.
And the bigger thing, I mean, there's much more in store. I mean, this guy could get to a bunch of Super Bowls. This isn't your father's Eagles team anymore. This isn't the team that's going to maybe show up once every 10 years. This is a team that's going to be there every single year now. And for some reason, We can't appreciate it. Can somebody explain that part of it? You don't appreciate the head coach. You don't appreciate that the team is good every single year. Where the hell do we live now? I'm being honest. It's the same way with the Phillies now.
What do they call it? It's Title Town, baby.
And by the way,
we're Title Town now.
If it happens where, look, the Sixers, everybody knows Sixers are a playoff team for the most part. I mean, last year was just awful. But that's what they look at them as. They don't look at them as being a finals team. They look at them as a playoff team. The Flyers, it's like, ho-hum, well, maybe someday they'll get there. That's what I feel like. But then with the two major teams, which are the Eagles and the Phillies, it's like if they don't win the whole thing, these teams suck.
Yeah, expectations are definitely raised. But I'm curious.
Changed.
Let's quickly check the Twitter poll, Sil, to see if people are giving Sirianni the benefit of the doubt or not. Twitter poll's up, right?
It is still up.
Twitter poll standing strong for 3 hours now, thanks to Dr. Avidan Appel of Iron Mountain Men's Health. All right, what are we up? Where are we at?
Has Nick Sirianni earned the benefit of the doubt? Yes or no? 64% say yes, 36% say no.
All right, good. So there's a lot of people giving him the benefit of the doubt. We'll get to more of your texts coming up. But as we focus so much on the issues with the offense, are we missing maybe the bigger issues this week, which is going to be the injuries to the back end of the defense? We got some updates from Vic Fangio today on what's going to happen in that secondary on a short week with all these injuries. We'll have that conversation coming up next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Savannah Kelleher with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles are coming off their tough loss to the Cowboys on Sunday and have just a few days before they host the Bears on Friday. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio confirmed today safety Sidney Brown will start for the injured Andrew Makuba. Here is Vic Fangio on Sidney Brown.
I think he's been doing a good job in practice with the reps that he does get. He's done a good job staying in tune in the meetings and the walkthroughs, and I'm excited to see how he does.
The Flyers had a tough loss of their own last night with their first shutout loss of the season. They lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They get the night off before returning tomorrow night at the Panthers. The Sixers are hosting the Magic tonight in an NBA Cup matchup. Tip-off is at 8. Hear it live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. VJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Paul George are all out. This update was brought to you by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com. I'm Savannah Kelleher on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
The Eagles are flying high into the second half, and we have you covered with all the best news, insight, and analysis on the Birds throughout the season. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Don't stand around. The curtain's coming down. Boy, this is good. So good, I'm all over it. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
That's Birds coach Nick's pick.
Coach Sirianni.
Boy, I guess. Follow that bear.
Chiefs,
compasses,
the all-new Cherokee,
even Grand Cherokee.
Zero down. You're driving around Philly town.
Zero down.
Row after row, ready to go.
Every vehicle Barbera's got helps support Toys for Tots.
ToysForTots.org. We're ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen.
With prices so low and available.
Zero down, you're driving around Philly town.
Chiefs. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera.
Boy, I guess.
Hello.
Zero down.
One more time for the money, honey. Once again, Barbera is proud to support ToysForTots.org.
Barbera. Every vehicle Barbera's got. Chiefs. Helps support Toys for Tots.
Oh, mama. Row after row, ready to go.
Compasses, the all-new Cherokee, even Grand Cherokee. Zero down.
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Go Birds.
What's up, guys? Andrew Salciunas here. This Thanksgiving, FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. I love this because Thanksgiving is all about coming together and passing the leg. I'm not talking about the turkey leg. I'm talking about the gambling leg. Here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. So maybe you think Derrick Henry is going to score a touchdown for Baltimore against Cincinnati. And then your buddy thinks that Baltimore will cover the 7-point spread. And your other friend thinks the Lions are going to cover the spread against the Packers. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone is getting a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Fanatic. That's FanDuel.com/Fanatic to get started. FanDuel, play your game.
21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Make it an unforgettable holiday season and gift the game day experience with a Flyer Santa sack. Each package includes tickets to a Flyers game of your choice.
Before Couturier, the tip, he scores! Captain Clutch!
An autographed item, food and beverage voucher, and 2 tickets to a Philadelphia Wings lacrosse game.
Dominique skips it off. Blaze Reardon scores! The captain!
It's everything you need for the game in one gift. Only at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosanello from Rosanello's Windows. For nearly 40 years, our family-owned company has helped protect your home, your family, and your comfort. Our built-to-last, energy-efficient windows, doors, and roofs keep you warmer in winter, cooler in summer, with year-round savings. No high-pressure sales, just honest advice and expert installation. Call or visit rosanellos.com for a free, no-obligation consultation. If you're thinking windows and doors and roofs, you're thinking Rosanellos.
Hey, John Marks here for my dentist, Dr. Eric Pastor. I had issues with sleep apnea, and I went to the region's #1 source for a dental solution in treating snoring and sleep apnea. Dr. Pastor and his team can make you an FDA-approved dental appliance that is often covered by health insurance and Medicare. Dr. Pastor helped me, and he can do the same for you. Contact Dr. Eric Pastor, the Royersford dentist, at 610-67-SLEEP or visit drpastor.com. That's drpaster.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Headed to the game? Well, make Datillo's Delicatessen your first stop. From tailgates to watch parties, Datillo's has you covered with fresh hoagies, stacked party trays, and everything you need to keep your crew happy. Conveniently located off Rawn Street in Philadelphia, if your drive includes Roosevelt and Bustleton, there's no better place to pull over. Skip the wait. Call ahead and your order will be ready when you are. Turn every game day into a feast with Datillo's Delicatessen, Philly's go-to for flavor since day one.
Sixers All Access. A preview of tonight's game. Coming up tonight. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
There's nothing fake about this sports talk.
Now back to Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Coming up on the 5 o'clock hour here on Unfiltered, you're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. We broadcast live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. So we've been talking a lot about the Eagles, and a lot of focus is on the offense. Rightfully so. Offense hasn't looked good 3 weeks in a row. You look at every single category, they're pretty much near the bottom of the NFL outside of red zone. But are we focused too much on that and not what could potentially be a bigger issue, especially this week, which is the back end of their defense? Because we just watched a game that saw you lose Drew Makuba, could be out for the season. Adoree Jackson with another concussion, not good. Reed Blankenship couldn't finish the game. Now, we got some updates from Vic Fangio today. So the good news, it appears Reed Blankenship will be ready to go. Probably close to impossible that Adoree Jackson would clear concussion protocol on a short week. It's hard on a normal week, very hard on a short week, probably not playing. So Fangio gave us some updates. If Adoree Jackson does not go, it looks as if Cooper DeJean is going to start outside opposite Quinyon Mitchell. With Drew Makuba being unable to go, Sidney Brown is going to be your starting safety. Who's going to be your starting nickel? I would have to assume it would be Michael Carter II who came in. So now you got a different looking secondary, a secondary where we already had big questions, Ricky. Obviously, the offense is getting all the attention. Should we be talking more about some of the injuries and questions now on the back end?
Yeah, because you're running out of guys. I mean, bottom line is that you keep losing guys on that back end of the defense, and 1 or 2 more injuries, that could really put you into a bad situation. It could put you into a no-look back situation where you're like, we don't have anybody else. What are we going to do? You're already moving Cooper DeJean probably to his 3rd position or his 2nd position. But, I mean, when you think about it, is this his true position? You're taking him out of his best spot. You're putting Michael Carter to second in there. I know he's a slot guy in the nickel. That's not that big of a problem. But now you're looking to safety. It's Sidney Brown, who actually is the guy that took out Drew Makuba on that play. And Reed Blankenship is back, but, how effective? I think you're in a weird situation because your depth now is being challenged. And if something else were to happen, where does that really put you defensively? I think it could really hurt the Eagles. So I think these guys that you see on the field right now have to stay healthy, period. They don't stay healthy, then you're then you're starting to really thin out.
Yeah, that's where it gets really, really you're in a jam. Because
you look at the safety position. You have Blankenship, who is questionable. We know that. Sidney Brown moves into the opening spot. You have a safety in Michael Carter II that could play there, but he's probably going to be in your slot. Then what happens? You have a Keely Ringo possibly? I don't know. I mean, you run into the issue.
You got problems.
You run into the issue where if you're going to put Cooper on the outside in the CB2 spot right now, you put him on the outside. He did it again in the game against Dallas. You put Carter in the slot. Okay, but what happens if something else happens there? What if something goes wrong? Because now you're putting Carter into a spot that he's not as good as the last guy that was there. You're putting Cooper into a spot that he hasn't been real familiar with right now. And I just think you got worse than 3 spots on the defensive side.
Yeah, you did. Now, I believe Marcus Epps is still on the practice squad.
IR.
Is he on IR?
I'm looking at it right now. He's on the IR.
Man, so that hurts. So you don't have him that you could bring
There
up.
is nobody else.
Do they still have – did Tristan McCullum get picked up? Yeah, he got picked up by somebody.
Mac McWilliams, Jacorian Bennett's still there.
But as far
Michael
as
Carter, you're talking safeties. You just have –
that's it.
You're done.
You got Reed, Blankenship, and Sidney. But you're right. If one of those guys goes down, you're going to have to either move Cooper DeJean or Michael Carter to safety.
It would probably be Carter, but then you'd have to move Cooper back to the slot position. Then you would probably go Jacorian Bennett at that time.
Yeah, things are getting interesting, man.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it hurts you today, tomorrow, Friday, but if somebody else were to go down, somebody else were to get injured, yeah,
dude, you're
because they're starting to thin out. You know what? You could sit there and go in with as much depth as you want, but once you get very thin, that's where you run into a little bit of a problem.
Now, this kind of brings me back to the original question. What we were talking about was when I was saying Roseman always gets the benefit of the doubt, Sirianni doesn't. And as much as I agree, Roseman deserves it. You look at what he's done in that secondary now, and it does leave you with some questions.
Right.
He makes the trade for Jacorian Bennett. Well, Jacorian Bennett still hasn't won his way onto the field. He makes the trade for Jair Alexander. That's looking like a really big miss now, right? Because with the injury to Adoree Jackson and the injury to Drew Makuba, if Jair Alexander could actually have played, man, we're in a lot better of a spot right now.
Now, here's a weird question. Did he retire, or did he just walk off for now?
He was placed on the reserve.
Yeah, he's placed on the reserve.
I mean,
so there's
reserve,
no way he can
retired.
No, he's not coming back. Now, our own Andrew DeCecco, big shout out to our Birds Insider, who's down at NovaCare listening to us right now. See that? That's his commitment by our man AD. He'll be with us tomorrow.
Checkmate.
I forgot to tell everybody. They may be wondering, where's DeCecco? It's Tuesday. With the different week this week and the way the practice schedule worked out, DeCecco will be with us tomorrow from 4 to 6. So we'll have AD tomorrow. But he just said,
you and I are going, Andrew might just take over for 2 hours.
Yeah, it may be. Because he just reminded us they still have Andre Sam on the practice squad, who played one game last year against the Panthers. But things are getting questionable.
You understand what I'm saying? That is thin.
It is getting thin. But this is now where you turn your focus to Roseman. It's like, damn, you made the move for Jair Alexander. I get it. You didn't give up much, and you were just taking a flyer on him. But you didn't leave yourself much options because now that you have the injury to Jackson and Jair Alexander wasn't the answer, like you said, Ricky, you're like one injury away from sounding the alarms.
That's my main concern. I could deal with the guys they have on the field right now. You could deal with what they have on the field defensively. Nothing's wrong with your front line. Nothing's wrong with your linebackers. You're good there. You're good there. But, I mean, once you get into that umbrella that you actually need, I mean, it becomes a little bit of a problem. I didn't love what I saw from Cooper DeJean on the outside in his last game. Sidney Brown is just Sidney Brown. I mean, kind of a headhunter. He's going to look for somebody to hit, and that's that.
but they all have to stay on the field. They don't stay on the field. Okay, Andre Sam, he's been on the practice squad.
Oh, yeah, these aren't necessarily great answers, but that's what they got.
Well, I mean, you have somebody that's on the practice squad. That's all you have.
Yeah, it's interesting because let's hope Reed can go. I mean, we were told Reed would be ready, but you don't want to have Sidney Brown next to an inexperienced safety. Like, if Reed was to go down, who you putting back there, not someone that you're going to feel comfortable with. And we know Reed Blankenship is a leader on the back end of that defense, calling out different coverages and helping some of these guys. Look,
but like what you said, it looked like Reed Blankenship just had like some kind of a cramp or something like that.
That's what it looked like. And I thought I read his lips. This isn't me reporting, but I thought I read his lips on the screen say I have a Charlie horse, and you saw him trying to work that out. What I say, Charlie? Charlie horse?
Yeah, you said what was
Charlie. Good old Uncle Charlie. Anybody have an Uncle Charlie? I have an Uncle Charlie.
Everybody does.
I do not.
Everybody has an Uncle Charlie that's going to probably want to talk politics at the Thanksgiving table.
Yeah, you do. There's Charlie Manuel
on
He's
Thursday.
Uncle Charlie.
There you go.
But you look at this team coming in on Friday. Good wide receivers, but not anywhere near what CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were. But they got good wide receivers. I mean, DJ Moore's a good receiver. Rome Odunze, a good receiver. And Caleb Williams is playing well. I mean, this Chicago Bears team, when you think of the Chicago Bears, you think usually, all right, they're going to play good defense and they're not going to be able to throw the ball offensively. This team's kind of built the complete opposite of what you would expect. Their defense isn't good. They're 27th in the NFL defensively. Top 6 offense. They run the ball very well with DeAndre Swift. Make a little homecoming.
And I got to tell you, you wouldn't think this would be that type of offense. I mean, they got some decent receivers. We know that. They got some guys that can go get the football. They got a couple decent tight ends. But to me, I mean, DeAndre Swift, really? I mean, is that the guy? By the way, you do know their third wideout? Or, probably fourth.
Who's it?
Olamide?
Oh, it's Olamide Zaccheaus.
Olamide Zaccheaus.
Yeah, I forgot they have Zaccheaus
What
on
did I
that
say?
team.
Olamide?
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing came out.
That's 2 in 1.
Yeah, their tight
Olamide.
end is a stud, though. Colston Loveland.
Yes, he's really good.
Yeah, he's a good player.
And then Cole Kmet's their backup. He's not bad either.
No, so we will break everything down for Eagles Chicago tomorrow. Like I said, we will have Andrew DeCecco with us from 4 to 6. We're also supposed to have tomorrow special guest Sal Palantonio.
Sal Pal
making his triumphant.
Welcome in, Sal Pal.
Making his triumphant return back to the Fanatic. So we'll have Sal Pal on 3 o'clock, I believe, tomorrow. I'll confirm that tomorrow. But look, you could still weigh in on the Eagles if you want. Hit us up on the text board, 610-632-0975. I want to do a little detour, though, and talk some Phillies. Because if you missed it earlier, with the offseason in full swing, there's now some rumors coming out. And for the first time, I'm seeing another team linked to JT Realmuto. Who is it, and what could this mean for the Phillies going forward if JT leaves the nest? Can you call the Phillies the nest? We call the Eagles the nest. Phillies the bank. We'll get into it. Coming up, Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports Philadelphia.
The Dunks.
Here's a lob to BJ. Oh, baby. BJ Hitchcock throws it down.
The blocks.
Oh, man, that looked like a travel, but it's blocked by Drummond.
The threes.
Down the lane he goes to Maxey. Corner 3. In the air. It's good. Maxey puts it in.
The excitement.
Grimes rises. Three-pointer. It's good. Question drives. Buries a contested 3 from the top.
The 76ers. Every game is right here. 97.5. The Fanatic.
Black Friday deals are going on all month long at Barlow Buick GMC of Woodbury. The best deals of the year are happening now, so don't wait on the car of your dreams. Take advantage of financing as low as 0% on select Sierras or 0.9% on many Buick models for well-qualified buyers. At Barlow Buick GMC, you'll find honest prices and dedicated service. Go to Barlow Buick GMC in Woodbury or online at barlowautogroup.com. Buick, exceptional by design. GMC, we are professional grade.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Home Field Advantage is brought to you by Bradford White. Bradford White water heaters, built to be the best. It's 2025, and it's rare that we get any firsts as a Phillies sports fan anymore. We've truly seen it all. But Friday does mark the historic event. The Eagles facing the Chicago Bears at the Link on Friday is the first Friday home game in their history. So instead of watching people body each other in stores at midnight, the NFL scheduled a marquee game to get at our post-Turkey Day aggression. Oh, the Eagles 1-0 in Friday games as they defeated the Packers in Brazil to start off their Super Bowl winning season just last year.
Pump up your energy savings with the new Bradford White Aerotherm G2, the only hybrid electric heat pump water heater manufactured in America using the finest components from around the world. It's a Bradford White, so it's built to be the best for years of reliable performance, top efficiency, and energy savings. Plus, rebates and tax credits could save you thousands more. How you heat your water matters. So ask your plumbing pro about the Aerotherm heat pump water heater and visit BradfordWhite.com to learn more.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Phillies Sports Tonight. Discussion on the big stories we've been talking about all day. Coming up tonight at 6 on 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. This is Unfiltered with Ricky Bowe and Bill Colarulo.
Unapologetic Phillies sports talk. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Welcome back into Unfiltered. If you're wondering why we haven't heard from Kevin Patullo yet, he doesn't speak until 6:20 tonight. The whole week is thrown off because of the Black Friday game.
Yeah, really?
So you got Patullo at 6:20. Well, they're all down there. They're practicing right now.
Yeah.
They're on the practice field right
You
now.
see, you're kissing up to them again.
You're talking about they're on the practice field. That's not a lie. They're on the practice field right now.
Yeah, they're on the practice field at 5:15. Why?
Because they have a 3 o'clock game this weekend, or on Friday.
Okay.
So everything's different. They changed up the week of practice. They didn't change up the week of practice for us because they're afraid to put Patullo out in front of the media. He's still going to be out in front of the media.
Why did Patullo go first today then?
He never does. It's always Fangio, Michael Clay, Kevin Patullo. They do that every week.
Yep, we know.
Look at you with this tinfoil hat on there.
That's right.
Thinking about the conspiracy.
I feel like arguing right now.
Well, we're going to
Actually,
argue.
I'm kind of tired of it.
I mean,
It's
just
only been 3.5 hours of it.
just feels like arguing just now.
All right, but if you're wondering, Patullo speaks at 6:20. Jalen Hurts speaks tonight, so we'll have a lot of that audio for you tomorrow on the show. We'll have DeCecco with us tomorrow, our Birds Insider. Tomorrow's our last show of the week because we are not here on Thanksgiving, and then we got the Black Friday game. So we'll be getting you ready for Bears-Eagles tomorrow. But I want to talk about the Phillies a little bit as they are starting their offseason. We're still waiting for some big moves to potentially happen. But for the first time, I'm seeing another suitor interested in JT Realmuto. So per The Athletic, the Boston Red Sox are interested in signing JT. Now, the reason this is an issue is because if you get into any sort of bidding war, and not about money, Ricky, you've pointed this out a few times. It's not about money. It's about years. And The Athletic is projecting a 3-year contract for JT. Last week, I saw Jeff Passan on ESPN say JT would do 2. But if the Red Sox are willing to give him 3, the Phillies may be forced to match it. You don't have any other options. You're not going, all right, they gave contracts to Marchand and Garrett Stubbs.
You're not forced to match anything.
You can't roll into the season with Marchand and Stubbs.
I understand that, but I'm just telling you, you're not forced to match anything. You can walk away whenever you want. And to me, it's the one thing that's really bothersome about all this is that let's say they do end up going 3 years for JT, elder statesman at the end of it, right? You know what? Love JT. Do I think that could possibly work? Possibly. But also, we've also heard the rumors about Kyle Schwarber 4 or 5 years. Now, can you imagine what this team would look like in what? 4 or 5 years would put us at 29, 30? Can you imagine how old this team would be? They would not have enough spots to put anybody.
And I've asked this question before.
There is no way.
Do you think that Dombrowski cares about 3 or 4 years from now when he probably
he's going to be in Nashville.
So he probably won't be here. So he's going to try to go all in as much as possible. Now, Middleton has to approve of all of it. But to say, hey, look, we got to win it in the next 2 years. We got to get there in the next 2. And if you have to give JT 3 years, maybe you're not worried about what happens in year 3 because you need him this year and the year after.
All right, so if they're not worried, okay, so you're saying let's give them 2 years to win a World Series. That is it.
Well, we've heard Middleton talk about this a lot too. That they got to balance the going all in versus being competitive because he never wants to not be competitive.
Well, if you sign Schwarber, you sign JT, you're all in again. And what if you can't get rid of Casty?
I think they would just cut him. I think they would DFA him. I think Casty's gone regardless.
What about Stott? What about
Bohm is a free agent at the end of the year. So
how about your center field position? Marsh in left field. No right fielder.
Well, you got Justin Crawford coming up.
They're not going to – okay, Justin Crawford takes one of the positions. What if he's not good enough?
Well, just focus on JT with me for 1 second. Just 1 second. Would you be willing to go 3 years? Because there's another factor here that we haven't talked about until now. In addition to the right-handed bat in the lineup that you'd be losing, in addition to what he means for the pitching staff as a whole, Andrew Painter is here next year. Do you want a veteran catcher like JT with Andrew Painter's first year in the bigs? Like, is that worth maybe the year extra you'd have to give Realmuto just so that Andrew Painter gets to learn from a catcher like JT? Does that play a part in it at all?
It very well could, but, I mean, you'd still be running this whole thing back again. Look, other catchers have caught Painter in the minor leagues. Stubbs has. Marchand has. So what are you really getting at? It's not like he's had JT Realmuto as a catcher.
A little bit different in the bigs, though, isn't it?
Why is that?
You're dealing with more professional hitters. There's a lot more information on you. People got tape. They got your tendencies. They know everything about you. Where wouldn't it help to have JT manage that game more than Garrett Stubbs?
Yes, it would probably because he's been around a lot longer. Yeah, I'm not questioning that part of what you're saying, but there are capable catchers here that could catch a guy like Andrew Painter. It's not like it's a problem to catch a guy that throws hard. That's not really.
So would you factor that? If you're Dombrowski, are you factoring that in at all? Is the Andrew Painter angle factored in?
I think it would be painted in. Painted.
There you go. Nice little pun.
It would be in there without a doubt. But, I mean, that's not going to be the end-all, be-all. The end-all, be-all is going to be how many years do I have to go with JT Realmuto? Can we afford both of these guys? What if we're stuck with Casty? That means we're stuck with $20 million, and there's nowhere else to go with that position.
I would put it 99.9% Casty's not here.
I'm in agreement with you. But who wants him?
That's why I think maybe you got to DFA him if you can. Or you're going to trade him and eat some of his salary. I think that may get you something.
Well, yeah, I think in the last minute, that's probably what's going to happen. But right now, I mean, running it back is my biggest fear right now. Is that not a fear of yours? Coming back with basically the exact same team again?
When the season ended, that was. But listening to Dombrowski at the end of the year, hearing what is coming out as far as reports, I don't think this team is going to be an identical team because I do think you're going to have a pretty much completely different outfield. There's too much smoke around Alec Bohm. I believe he probably will get traded. So I think you're going to have a different third baseman, a different right fielder, a different left fielder, probably a different center fielder as well because if you're putting Crawford in left, I don't think they're going with Marsh every day in center. So I do think there's going to be a lot of differences with this team. Now, the infield outside of Alec Bohm might look the same, but you keep floating, Ricky, and I've heard this from others as well. Like, Stott may not be a part of it. I know Dombrowski has said how high they are on him, but that could be to raise up his
but
trade value.
my biggest problem is that Stott was supposed to be this guy that was going to bat 300 in the big leagues, and they don't give him a chance to hit against lefties.
Yeah, I think that ship may have sailed. Like, I agree with you. The 300 hitter, everyday player, I think that's gone. I think they're only going to platoon him.
Well, then
they don't trust him against lefties.
Then let me put it to you this way. Then he shouldn't be here. He should be somewhere to play every day.
Well, that's because you and I don't love platoons.
I don't believe in the platoon, not at second base, no.
Yeah, we don't love platoons, but look, they had, 3 of them last year?
And how'd that go?
Center.
How'd that work out?
Second.
How'd that work out?
It worked out okay. I mean, you won 96 games. Didn't help you in the postseason.
What does 96 games in the big leagues mean?
It means that you win the division, you go to the postseason, and you get crushed in the first round.
Yes.
Not always.
But that is my exact point that I was getting about Sirianni and now about the Phillies. When you look at what happens with these two teams, the regular season is basically scratch. Let's just get through the regular season. Let's get to the playoffs. Let's see what happens. And it's like close your eyes with the Phillies when they get to the playoffs lately.
Close your eyes
and cry.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired.
I was singing the same exact thing in my head. I was singing the same exact thing when he said that.
You see this, Silvana?
But I had the decency to keep it in my head. That's the difference between me and
you. Weren't here yesterday when we were talking about how on Friday, we mentioned how California Love has been ruined by me.
Yes.
And then this weekend, it came on my radio.
Oh, I was watching. I
radio.
listened to this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I heard this.
Our NBC sports producer, Booney's radio. I have ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
I have ruined it for everyone. All right.
Now
you got to be pretty proud.
Speaking of ruining it for everybody, Silvana ruined everybody's day saying that turkey was overrated. We hear you coming up. I am sure, at least don't let me down, I hope, that people have ripped her for her opinion on turkey coming up for We Hear You. So we'll play the best voice memos of the day next. Unfiltered, 97.5 The Fanatic, NBC Sports, Philadelphia.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Silvana Kelleher with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles' offensive struggles continued with 24 unanswered points in Sunday's loss. Head coach Nick Sirianni said he has not thought of any coaching changes.
No, I haven't. And I think that it's never like it's just this. Well, it's not just that. And it's every piece of the puzzle, coaching, playing, execution, scheme, everything. We got to be better in all of those aspects.
The Eagles have a short week. They host the 8-3 Chicago Bears on Friday. The Flyers had their first shutout loss of the season last night, losing to the Lightning. They get the night off. Then they are at the Panthers tomorrow night. The Sixers are hosting the Orlando Magic tonight with tip-off at 8. VJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Paul George are all out. Catch tonight's game live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update was brought to you by Supersure. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Supersure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon. I'm Silvana Kelleher on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
MLB free agency has started, and now it's time for the Phillies to get the right pieces to complete the championship puzzle. Keep it here all offseason as we break down every move or non-move the Phillies make. Philadelphia's source for breaking sports news. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Don't stand around. The curtain's coming down. Boy, this is good. So good, I'm all over it. Once again, Barbera is proud to support toysfortots.org.
That's Birds coach Nick's pick.
Coach Sirianni.
Boy, I guess. Follow that bear.
Chiefs, compasses, the all-new Cherokee, even Grand Cherokees.
Zero down. You're driving around Philly town.
Zero down.
Row after row. Ready to go.
Every vehicle Barbera's got helps support Toys for Tots.
Toysfortots.org. We're ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen.
With prices so low and available.
Zero down. You're driving around Philly town.
Chiefs. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera.
Boy, I guess. Hello.
Zero down.
One more time for the money, honey. Once again, Barbera is proud to support toysfortots.org.
Barbera! Every vehicle Barbera's got. Chiefs helps support Toys for Tots.
Oh, mama. Row after row. Ready to go.
Compasses, the all-new Cherokee, even Grand Cherokee. Zero down.
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best?
Boy, I guess.
Go Birds!
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
he was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
At Burger King, when it comes to value, you make the rules. Introducing the You Rules of Value. And you rule number 1, you choose food you actually want. With 7 tasty options, you can have it your way. Try the $5 duo or $7 trio. From BK Classics to Fan Faves. Choose your deal. Price and participation vary. U.S. only. No substitutions. Restrictions apply.
Guys, let's be honest. This isn't just for you. It's for her, too. This is Dr. Avidan Appel from Iron Mountain Men's Health. When you're struggling with ED or low T, it doesn't just affect you. Remember, it's not easy having ED. It's not hard either. We offer custom treatments that actually work, with over 95% of patients seeing real hard benefits. You don't have to settle for less energy, less confidence, or less connection. When you feel good again, everything feels better at home. Visit IronMountainMen'sHealth.com. Feel strong, stay connected.
Wherever you are, we are. Online at 975thefanatic.com, on the Fanatic app, and on air. Keeping you informed on your favorite sports teams with insight and perspective you need to hear. Philadelphia's source for breaking sports news. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. Unfiltered. Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo, Silvana Kelleher.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Welcome back in Unfiltered. Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo. Silvana is here today, which is always nice, Bill.
Yes, and we got We Hear You coming up. Now, Ricky Bo just said, close your eyes, and then I started singing the song, and Silvana said she had the same song in her head, and Booney from NBC Sports Philadelphia texted me to say, both of you were singing the same song, and it's the wrong song.
It is the wrong song.
They don't say close your eyes anywhere at all in that song.
Oh, my gosh. You know what it's from? It's from the commercial.
Because isn't it turn around?
Turn around every now and then I fall apart. Yes.
But there's a commercial that does a spin on it that does
Is that
close
what's in
your
our head?
eyes. I think that's it.
Yeah, because how are you and I both seeing close your eyes? All right. We'll get to the bottom of this.
It's
Don't
a
you
total
worry.
eclipse of the heart. It's Bonnie.
Because there's a commercial on here that does a rinse it out.
Yeah, so
instead
you
of
may
that.
be right.
So I think there's a close your eyes.
I don't know.
You guys are singing commercials now.
We may be. What's your
There's
favorite commercial jingle? You got one?
The Hess truck's here. Yeah, the Hess truck.
And it's better than ever.
One of my least favorite ones.
The Hess truck's here. Oh! All right, speaking of singing, I'm going to do a little tease here. You're going to have
Here
to
it
wait.
is. Close your eyes every now and then I get a
Little bit hungry. That's what we were saying. All right, a little bit of a tease talking about singing. We got something very special coming up next Monday that I can't reveal it yet, but it's going to be a great thing that we're doing for our listeners. And a part of the promo for it actually involves Ricky and I singing. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to have to stay tuned for that.
It's pretty good.
All right, you're going to have to stay tuned for that. I'll give you more details when I am permitted to do so, but it should be a very good week here on Unfiltered next week.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
That's a little tease there as well. All right, let's play the best voice
Not
memos
as scary
of
as
the
me,
day.
I'm not delightful.
We do this every day at 5:25. A little past 5:25 right now, but hit it, Sil.
Now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I have a voice!
How about this?
You talk, I'll listen.
We hear you.
I like hearing the sound of your voice.
All right, first one up.
I'm frustrated about this A.J. Brown situation. I got him in fantasy football, and I know it doesn't matter. No one cares about my fantasy team. But I finally don't play the guy. I finally sit him. He's supposed to be a superstar wide receiver. I sit him down, and that happens. He has the game of his year. I can't get over it. Thanks for taking it.
Wait a minute. That sounded like a New Yorker.
It did. It did sound like a New Yorker, and he didn't like that A.J. Brown was sat. But I'll tell you this, you're now probably obligated to continue to sit him then, because he had his best game when you didn't have him in your lineup. So just keep him on the bench.
That's
Because you're
true.
going to put him back in, you're going to jinx him. You're going to
Exactly.
jinx him.
Just like you jinxed them with that tweet.
I
Don't
did
worry,
jinx
I
them.
did too. I said basically the same.
Yeah,
Take
thankfully I
off the
wasn't alone.
T-shirt. You're going to jinx the band.
Oh, wait, is that School of Rock?
Nope.
No. That's not School of Rock. Hold
It
on.
is a
He
comedy.
was so confident.
Wait, hold on. Take off the T-shirt. You're going to jinx the band. And you're talking about breaking up.
Yes.
Wedding Singer.
Yes.
Yes. Wedding Singer.
That was
Nice.
Yeah, he's
Good
mad.
comeback.
And she's wearing the, what's the name of the band?
I want to say AC/DC. I might be wrong. It could be Journey.
All right, hold on. Tomorrow, speaking of bands, our What Movie Wednesday prize, while we're talking about it, because this is a good one, we are giving away tickets to Motley Crue, the return of the Carnival of Sins tour, July 27th. All right.
That's a good one.
What else we got, Sil?
All right, next.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I'm an Eagles fan who hates the way we win, even though we won the Super Bowl with this head coach. Boo-hoo. I don't like the way it looks.
He's right,
Listen,
though. He's got a point.
He is right. Like, listen, they lost this week, and it felt like it was an inevitable loss, that this was going to come back to haunt them offensively. That's why we've been critiquing it. But he's right. They're 8-3. They're coming off of a Super Bowl. Nick Sirianni's won more games than any coach we've ever seen.
4 straight playoffs, correct?
Going to be 5 after this year. And yet we are still yelling and screaming about the head coach. And we got guys in the morning talking about how you can't let him pick coaches anymore. He's earned the right. He's got the cachet by now. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's a
Van
pretty good
Halen.
impression.
It was Van Halen.
Oh, and the Wedding Singer thing, yeah.
Someone,
the best
a bunch
part,
of people actually just text that right now.
the best part of the Wedding Singer movie is John Lovitz when he says, "Good luck finding a DJ with moves like this." Still has no idea what
I
we're
don't think
talking
I've seen it. I'm literally Googling it right now.
Never seen it?
Still, I saw you post on your story. I finished it last night.
The Beast in Me?
The Beast in Me. I was like 5 episodes in when I saw you post it. I finished all of them last
I
night.
stayed up until 4 a.m. and I watched every episode but the last one. I was like, man, I got to go to bed. I can't do it.
It's a
I
good
stayed
one.
up 4
Were you
a.m.
at the
Saturday.
golf course
Wait,
yesterday?
I think Silvana just revealed why she really wasn't here
Were
yesterday.
you at the golf
No, I
course?
stayed up
Silvana
on
was up till
Saturday.
Silvana was up till 4 a.m. watching the Beast in Me. That's why she wasn't here yesterday.
No, it was on Saturday.
Oh,
Yes.
Did
Check
we just
my
catch her?
tweets.
Did
Check my tweets. I
we
tweeted.
just catch Silvana in a lie?
Check my tweets. I tweeted it on Saturday and I said I can't go to sleep.
Things
I'm
that make you
watching
go,
The Beast in Me.
All right, what else we got, Sil?
Nick Sirianni definitely has earned the benefit of the doubt. The guy has been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. See, I'm a product of the Rich Kotite, Ray Rose era, and people are very spoiled right now. It's crazy. The man has won ball games. Like, do we want to go back to Rich Kotite and Buddy Ryan and all the lovable losers and all that sort of stuff? No.
That's exactly my point, by the way. Why do I say that? Because nowadays, everybody, including that one in there, spoiled.
Yeah, very spoiled.
Spoiled rotten by what the Eagles are, and they almost expect a Super Bowl every single year. The game is not that simple, or else teams would have done it left and right for years upon years upon years.
Right?
See, but
Would you
I'm
be
even
happy
there.
with the Bills getting so close but never actually getting to the end game?
Yeah, but we're not the Bills. See, like, I'm actually okay with the Philadelphia fan base having Super Bowl expectations every year. I'm fine with it. We should have expectations. What I'm not fine with is just not giving the benefit of the doubt to a guy who's gotten you to the Super Bowl 2 of 3 years and is winning games at an unprecedented clip. That's the issue I have. Like, what do we want? What do we want? The guy wins damn games. So why are we so quick to jump on Sirianni and call him out all the time? The guy wins football games. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. They're going to figure this out. I believe in Nick Sirianni as the head coach. I believed in him last year, and he rewarded us with a damn Super Bowl. I believe in him again. He's going to figure it out. Like, we just act like we on the outside know better than the people there. Oh, Sirianni doesn't know that Patullo's not calling good play. They know what's going on. They know the offense has to be fixed. I'm giving them a chance. All right, what else we got?
They need heads to roll, that's why. All right, next.
Nick Sirianni does deserve the benefit of the doubt. He did nail other coaching hires, but this one he failed miserably when he's trying to bring back-to-back Super Bowls to this town, something that never happened. It's my opinion, offense playing like this is not a Super Bowl offense, and they will get bounced in the NFC Championship game by a complete team like the Rams. We could get lucky and not have to face them, though, but I think they beat the Bears this weekend and cover.
Yeah, listen, Patullo right now, and I did say this yesterday on the air, if I was Sirianni, I would consider making a change of play caller just to give your team some sort of spark, because I don't believe that Patullo necessarily has shown he has the art of calling plays. I'm with you on that. But at the same time, this is why I asked the question today, I'm willing to let Sirianni figure this out. The guy has proven that he wins a lot of games. So why are we not trusting in what his decision is in this process? They know more about what's going on internally than what we know about what's going on internally. And it's not all Patullo. We talked about this yesterday at length, Ricky. You pull the play calling from Patullo. Great. You give it to somebody else. Does that just miraculously mean now the running game works again? That the offensive line's healthy again? That they're able to dial up plays that pick up long yardage in the running game? They haven't shown an ability to do that all year, and I don't believe that's on the coordinator, because then this now leads me to Stoutland. People get mad when I bring up Stoutland. He's the run game coordinator. So if it was that simple, don't you think Stoutland could just go to Patullo and say, hey, listen, man, this is your first year coordinator. I've been the run game coordinator for a few years now. I've been here for a long time. I'm Stoutland University. Here's what we're doing wrong in the running game. Wouldn't it be that easy?
But why aren't they on that page? Why aren't they on that?
Because they're not healthy.
I completely 100% agree with you. The health issues have been there since the beginning of the year. Lane Johnson's been hurt on 3 separate occasions. Landon Dickerson with the leg injury. You had Cam Jurgens, not only the back, concussion, everything else with him. I guess the one mainstay that hasn't really been injured has been Jordan Mailata.
And Steen, I guess, right? Was
Steen, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, Steen is kind of a depth guy, anyways. I still look at him as a depth guy. Maybe I shouldn't be like that, but yeah. And then, even with Mailata, I think his concentration level has kind of wavered here at times, but he's still been the one constant who's been healthy.
But if it was, my point though is, if it was as simple as just the play calling and the run designs, Stoutland would be in Patullo's ear too. So I think there's more to it than it just being Patullo. But we'll see. What else we got, Sue?
You've never had turkey made correctly. It's actually such a violation to think you should not have turkey on Thanksgiving. It's probably a bigger violation than having a steak well done, which, man, does that drive me nuts.
That also is I will agree with you on the latter part of that sentence.
Yeah, but your comment about turkey was it's too dry. And everyone who's had good turkey is trying to tell you it shouldn't be dry. Whoever's cooking it for you ruined it. I'm blaming your mom on this. I love you.
You got to tent that thing after about an hour in that oven. You got to tent it. Keep the juices within the turkey.
I'm blaming your mother.
I just don't.
Wait, what's your mom's first name? I forget.
Taste of it, Tanya.
Tanya. I think this is on you now. Silvana, from a very young age, was eating dry turkey, and now she's taking it out on the poor turkey.
Maybe she was doing it on purpose. Maybe she doesn't like turkey, and that's why we switched.
Wait, does Tanya not like turkey either?
I don't know. I mean, she's co-signs eating ham on Thanksgiving, so I'm sure.
All right, let me ask you, as I'm yelling at you for a violation.
I think they're doing it for her.
This year, is this a violation? I should ask the text board this.
If I don't eat it?
No, at our house, because we're hosting.
Okay.
We're not going with the whole bird. We're only doing the turkey breast because everybody only wants the white meat that's coming. So instead of making one big bird, we're doing 2 big turkey breasts.
That's pathetic.
Is that a violation?
Yeah, I think it's pathetic.
I don't care. As you can tell, I don't care about what people eat.
That's an easy way out.
Well, listen, I'm not the one cooking it. So
it's an easy way out.
My wife is the one doing it. My mother-in-law, my mom.
I'm not getting on your wife.
Ricky's calling you the easy way out. We're looking at it as why waste the whole bird?
Is it in the bag too?
No. It's just turkey breast. Instead of cooking
Yes,
the whole bird that nobody
I understand
eats,
that.
we're doing the breast.
Some people put in that
Oh,
bag
so you agree?
and then throw it in.
Turkey's not that great.
Turkey breast is. Well, here's what we would normally do. We would go with one
Where's
big.
your leftover?
We would go with one big bird, Ricky.
Where's your leftover?
And then we would go with
Can you just say one big turkey?
Yeah, one big bird and then a turkey breast on the side for extra breast. But this year we're just going with the 2 breasts.
Well, it's kind of like you brought in the what are those candy bars you eat?
Kind bars.
Yeah, the kind bars, and the nuts get caught in your throat. But you brought in 2 today for some reason.
Yeah, for tomorrow. I had it here. All right, what else we got?
All right,
Sil?
we got to go on to the next one. We're getting out of hand.
Completely on Savannah's side. Turkey is so overrated. It's absolute trash. I wouldn't have it on my table if it wasn't for
La 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 la. There we go.
Agreed. It is just, I've had turkey multiple occasions.
You said you don't. Your family doesn't do it.
On Thanksgiving. I mean, I've had it before.
What about a nice turkey gobbler from Wawa?
I've had one of those. But
You like that?
it's good
With
because
the
it has
stuffing
all
and
the
the
other
cranberry?
stuff.
Yes, I do.
It has all the
I
other
did.
flavors.
I won't
and
eat it,
everything
but
else is
yes.
good.
Do we have any more of these?
I don't like it with
No,
the
that was the
cranberry.
last one.
I am a negative on the
All right,
cranberry.
here's what we're gonna do.
No.
Tomorrow is the last day we're on the air before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was going to think of
We'll
something.
do a Thanksgiving show tomorrow. We'll have some fun tomorrow. We'll talk about all the stuff.
Are we
that
going to make
everybody's-
up a menu?
Yeah, we'll make a menu, everybody's favorite foods. I got some other ideas for things we could do that are fun. So we'll do that tomorrow. So there'll be plenty of time to rip Sylvester